Well, hello. Good evening. I gotta stop saying it like that. That's really creepy. Hello, Death the Dragon. There is my camera. There it is. Hello. Happy Friday. I did unmute things this time, right? Yes. Okay, good. I'm really bad at that. Oh, Freddy. Welcome to stream. Probably should switch to that. All right. Oh, let's don't need Discord open. That was something. Well, thank you, Blurred. Messages. That's a lot of words. Can you add some option on quality option? What do you mean by quality option? Hello Yoshi Puyo. And hello Rodex. Hello. If you're talking about quality options on Twitch, I actually can't. It is I need to play music. You have to be a partner to require or force that, and I don't. The most I can do is stream at whatever quality my computer is sending it. So if it's not busy right now, it does allow that. If you right click in the stream like window, you should be able to like change the quality options. Thanks for the follow too. Yeah, thank you. Apparently though, that follower box at the bottom here is not working. Let me see if that I just added that today, so I have no idea how that thing works. Blurred's work. How did you make the stream starting scene? That was I animated it. I mean, I guess there's nothing all that fancy about it. I had actually created originally a working. Switch to this. Yeah, I don't know why that's not working. I have to check it a little bit, but I originally created that. I can actually jump over there really quick. Something else. It was supposed to be. Thank you, Dragon. Appreciate it. Oh, there. Now it's working. Okay. Maybe it must be just really delayed. I don't want to save that. I was trying to figure out a way to go about, like, how do you make commissions are hard with SFM because there's so many models out there. So like if I just open things up completely, there's like, how do you reward modelers? And so the only way I could really think of do that is like in a controlled type environment. Or so I was originally working on these this is one of I think two that I had kind of done, where it was to make pre-made animation cycles that if people wanted like the full 4K or even a pony swapped on it, I could just easily do that. And if you wanted to buy the rights to it, then it would just be like super cheap because I could have multiple copies of a very similar thing going. And so this was originally a initial version of it. So there's just one of I'm completely Spitfire. Wow. Just staying there. I was working on the post because I'm not 100% happy with it. So I just wanted to make a couple of these that were just these cycles that Michael will be a little later. He's got to run an errand. So it'd be a cycle that you could then have repeated forever, and somebody could then just like for a set price just get it, or if they want it customized, it changed it. It was a idea I wanted to go with. Never actually got around to finishing it. I think I started this like 3 or 4 years ago, but I needed just a intro video thing. I just went and removed the actor, updated the lighting because it doesn't work as well without the person there, and went with that. And it actually turned out pretty good. It's just nice because I love wind, I love sunsets, and I love peaceful music. So I just put all three into one, and this is called it good. And have some respect for SFM animators. Well, appreciate it. Thank you. It is hard work. Well, I guess it would be harder work if I was like doing all the modeling and using probably other programs, but it is still, things do take time. What was the name of that? What's Changeling Cow? That's it. Or Changeling. I forgot to put the E in there. Apparently I can't spell. But no, Michael will be, I have his chair so we can pretend he's there. It would have taken me way too long. I wanted to get like a big paper cutout of Michael in the event that he is running late or can't be here, that he could still be here in spirit. And then we can still like poke fun at him and stuff. Hello, Moncreep. Who does the voice acting for your Scientist Twilight's videos? So it's not nobody I hired or anything. That I forgot the person's name. They've actually done a ton of voices. It is, the character's name is Dr. Spara from Borderlands 3, the pre-sequel. Jamie Marchi. They've done a ton of voices. If you go through the IMDb, it is extensive. They actually did, if you play Borderlands, they also did, well, what's her name? The larger lady. Whatever her name is. I can't remember names today. It's Friday, it's the end of the week. We're not gonna load, but it's a long list. She's done a lot of different voices, but that is my favorite voice she's ever done. I love the changing one. It's so cute. Oh, that's actually what we're doing right now. We are working on a changing video. Heads up though, anything that is shown on the stream right now is going to be spoilers for any content I put on YouTube. This is where I kind of work on stuff. So if you don't want spoilers, watch at your own discretion. So in this case though, I did not actually work on anymore. I was going to try to get some stuff done, but I ended up not, because live stream highlights, and I'm doing a lot of update stuff for Twitch, like the I gotta lock that, but like the whole thing's down here, and some other background stuff. So the clips are from the game. Yeah, so they're exports. I have I can't remember where I got it from, but I have this full export of all the Borderlands audio in like Wave. This is every Borderlands thing. So the ones that are of use for me are these ones. Rocket Surgery. Hence the name of the video. That is what Spara's technically, or the mission set is called. And it just fit. I don't know what Cork is though. VOS, I'm guessing this voiceover SQ, I'm not sure. It's voiceover side quest. But I'm not sure what Cork is. Because if you go up here, I bet you that there's ones that are... Yeah, so that's just Maliwan, so that's just based on certain things activating it. BD, yeah. Well, thank you, Jurassic. Move this so I can see what you said. Hope your stream goes well today. Got to go. See you later. Okay. Well, thank you, and bye-bye. There is still some voice clips for Spara that I have not used. I don't plan to use any of them because it's just blood and guts and other stuff that I probably wouldn't want to have them say. Anyway, so on this, yeah, those are still done. So I haven't done any of the voice acting here. Well, thank you, Yoshi. Appreciate it. Welcome, Junior. I'm actually not sure what that says, but thank you. Okay.
Ourselves as a cow.
So what should we work on
Enough!
here?
That was it exactly!
You know what we could do? I kind of want to get... Oh, we're still working on this shot. Getting this one done. We will do that.
Move.
We're doing
We are a
last
cow.
time.
Take us to China. China.
All right, that'll be... We can definitely get Arizona done here. But just always looks so like everything in the world is brilliant and new.
Or a cow.
Okay, is she blinking there?
We are a cow.
Yeah, she
Take
does.
us to China. Take us.
So this would be... Hello, Giz. It's Moo. Yes. That is a cow.
Moo.
See? It's a cow. You know it's a cow because it says moo.
Moo. Moo. Moo. Moo. Moo.
Does that count? They both make milk, right? Guess I'm not all up on my anatomy for yaks. Thanks, Moncreep. Just want to see Derby.
Take us to China.
Moo woo. Oh, that's weird. Hello, Catherine. How are you doing today?
Take us to China. Take us to China. We are a cow. Take us to China.
Okay, so I need a little bit more. Oh, this is doing the weird. Yeah, it's doing the weird thing where I have to mute it for it to pop up. Just gotta work. What do you do for work? Derby needs to take over the stream now. I had to shrink her down actually because I was realizing that she was probably a little too big, so I shrunk her size a little bit. Well, thank you, Michigan. 2 months. Woo! I think that you get the gold cup now, or is that like a brown cup? I don't know if that's an upgrade or not actually. Oh, I did add a new emote. Let's see how that goes. It's a spilling coffee cup. Like kind of like cheers, I guess. I'd spent like 2 hours on that today, so thanks for the follow, bubblegum. Yes, I wanted to like have it say like cheers or something, but for the size it just ended up being way too small. So I just went with that, but it turned out pretty good, I think.
Us to China.
Okay, so we need to have her head go down a little bit. And we did the keyframe last time, but we didn't actually finish the actual motion. Oh, oof, I think that's too much. Oh yeah, too much. Just the head.
Us to China. Us to China.
Okay, I actually do not want to listen to her just constantly say China. We're gonna just mute her. The one thing I am working on getting for the UI, or the overlay here, is song name. It's a little bit difficult because I'm using YouTube Music, and YouTube Music doesn't have a app, which means I can't control or pull the info from anywhere. So I'm found a way, but it's going to take me a little bit. That's a good Yona model. It actually is. Like, I was surprised as to how... I mean, the motion of the model, like walking, probably isn't going to be the greatest because how small the legs are to the body, but the facial is amazing. It is so well done. It is exactly how I would want it, and even some of the things that were similar to the other thing are changed to make it the way I'd want it. So I would use the model more for facial stuff just because it is perfect for what I would want. I love it. You work in a museum. Oh, is that the one you brought up before that you were going to have some event for? But it's closed for right now. I teach kids about general science. Oh, that actually sounds super fun and rewarding. That's cool. Well, good on you. Thanks, Midnight Sky MIDI, for the follow. I read that wrong. I think right here I want to have it dip just a bit more, like have it kind of flap up. Oh, no, maybe not. Or maybe I'll have the neck dip a little earlier and have it just mistimed. That's okay, we'll do that. So this is called follow through? Follow through and anticipation. To me, the follow through and anticipation and animation are the same thing. It's just whether or not it's before or after the motion. Where anticipation is about motion, adding motion in preparation for motion, to follow through is about continuing a motion after you hit the end of it. Stupid face. I made them more expensive because I immediately jumped. Yeah. You know what? Let's do Yona because that is same thing, different timings. Yeah. But they're super, super important, and I feel they're one of the things that most people miss out on when they're doing animation. Usually people start with follow through, but it's the anticipation that's hard. Because how do I start motion before motion? It's messy, but I find that fun too. What can we do for Yona here? Oh, I keep hitting curve because I love curve, but I can't just overuse that one. Do I have her corner? Yeah. Ooh. That is a new type of smile. Well, thanks for the 2 just time. This insight and animation is golden. Thank you. Keep up the awesome work. I actually have a full presentation that I've given before on the principles of animation. If you guys are actually interested in that, you can't do 2 stupid faces. I haven't even done one yet. I'll get into it. I can actually pull up that whole presentation if you want. I can go through it. I used to run it at panels and stuff. I could probably run through it in like a half hour. But it was about those that want to get into animation and don't know some of the background for it. It's just kind of neat. We need extra smile. There she goes. And then we gotta take the rest of her lips. These ones. And these ones will go. Oh, that's her head. No, no, that's your neck. Okay, no, we need to stay. Thanks for the follow, Brandon. What? Hey. What the hell? Hi, hello. My name is Yona. And her tongue is wonderful. Some nightmares, yes, very much so. Hugs from Norway. Well, hello, Norway. I hug back. I would, but I'm probably not going to the camera if I do. It would be awesome if we could get spin-off series of the Young Six. That would be kind of neat. They definitely are characters that went from why are you taking up screen time to being pretty interesting. Yeah, we ignore that. The tongue is fine. But you did 2 of them, so let's go grab her now. Let's see, what should we do for... You know what, actually? Grab one of them. Which one are you? You're guard 1. Actually, we need to grab your neck. Everything gets funnier if you just give them like tiny pupils. And then we'll make him... He's angry. He's extra angry. The double angry. Triple angry. There. See, this is anger. He's so angry. That is actually kind of creepy. Like his head is trying to escape, but it's tethered. You know, actually, Beetlejuice. Remember the little guy with the little head in Beetlejuice? I don't remember him doing quite this much movement, but it's close enough. He's number one. Yes, and we get a horror show. Well, any stupid face eventually leads into some kind of a horror show. I can't prevent that. What we're doing? Oh yeah, Yona, not Yona. Doing this one. Oh yeah, okay. So I need to get rid of that head shake because if he's there already, but hopefully that'll be fixed soon. So I do not. I'm going to add this head shake in, but for doing it by keyframes, it would be very, very difficult to do right because a lot of these motions are going to be flowing through each other, and I don't want to do that by keyframe. Most of the time when I do keyframing, which is so keyframing would be what this is, like the motion of the whole body. To me, the most important time to do that is when you have interaction with the ground, like the whole body's shifting back and forth, because I don't know if I have anything still under keyframe. Oh, kind of. So this is a very rough keyframe. But if I have the legs moving like that, I really want to keyframe it because of the whole change of the body position. But if it comes down to like subtleties of the head, or especially that follow through and anticipation of motion, I'm not going to keyframe that. That's going to be where after it's blended, I just add it to give it that extra little life. It would just be impossible to keyframe something like that without getting into like per frame blocking, which is like where you would build a keyframe here and then 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 hate yourself. No, don't do that. The actual process I'm doing is called pose to pose, which is where you find primary poses and you move between those. That's going to be the running joke. Is well, maybe not Dark Lord Derpy, but she's very angry. Let's see if we can. Oh, that's just negative camera. Ooh. And I do have to play with some of the lighting in this parts because I cannot get the lighting any better than this without going to a dark map, and so I will be double rendering this, wonderfully enough. So decided to upgrade it to tier 2, definitely worth. Oh, okay. I was wondering. I'm like, wait, I thought that was a message already. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it. So you get the little star by the cup, which actually I got to change that because it's supposed to be a star in the middle of the cup. I'm getting there. Be patient. So I got done with work today a little early because I worked on Monday, Labor Day a little bit, and I spent my entire free time before stream prepping for stream. I'm tired already. I think it's good because it's oddly cute. It said angry. It's angy. See, that's very angy. Like if she's angy, then she'd be more like. Oh, I'm like guinea pig. Oh yeah, we did that for Michael. Oh, let's not do that. That's kind of more of an angy. That's getting another territory. No, we'll keep her the way she is. She could be regular angry. That just means stream's going to be a good thing. Yes. It would be more ooh if she was just angy, more cutesy. Well, that's just derpy. So I think so when she does a little dippy dip. Is that a term? I'm going to. One of the things I tend to do is, and you should do actually, is anytime there's a big change in eye focus, like looking from one target to another, or a big dip of the head or motion to another location, it's a good idea to blink. Your eyes are going to be shifting from one location to another, and even you normally, if you think about like when you would change to look to another thing, change your focus to something else, you're probably blinking, and it makes it more realistic, and it hides the fact you're moving the eye without having it like literally shift within the focus. So I almost always will do it unless there's a reason not to. Like if there's a lot of motion, I don't want to have it constantly shuddering, but it is a good idea too. You guys are unnecessary with how derpy is. Well, that's the same way with the show in general. Like, what do the guards do? Like, anytime there's a problem at all, they can't do anything about it. The only thing that they potentially did was in the Changeling Invasion, they probably delayed things a little bit, but otherwise, they're just decorations. So, I don't see it being really any different. The other thing, and actually I haven't done it here, and this is from a tutorial, is, well, thanks for the cheer. Guards are useless. Yes. They are useless. Well, I think the design is cool. I love the design of the guards, but otherwise all they're chariot pullers, and they don't even have to pull the chariots because the princesses could fly. They are like stormtrooper. Yes, yeah, I guess I could see that. I thought Arizona had green eyes. So there's an extra reason. Yona also has yellow or tan eyes, because these are supposed to be the changelings. So they are the colors that represent the changelings that they are from. I want to make this, actually some people are in here, so if you don't mind the spoiler, I'll just play the whole thing so you get context as to, what the hell's going on. And going forward though, I want to, anytime they become somebody else, I want to use the eye color of the changeling that they're from. Hello, IYR. Hello. And also, Lion, hello. Just give the guards a... I would love that. And they all just start popping caps, that'd be great. So this I'll just play the whole video here so you can at least give context as to what this is. There. Again, spoilers.
Are you pondering what I'm pondering?
Well, I think so. But no, it's too stupid.
We will disguise ourselves as a cow.
Narf! That was it exactly!
Moo. We are a cow. Take us to China. Moo. Moo?
I heard a skip in the audio here, so I gotta move this. Yeah, I fixed it. So I'm going off of the last Piggy the Brain short I made was with changelings, and it was just kind of a random thing, but I like running jokes a little bit, and so I thought, well, I can just use these characters going forward. So identified the blue one as Brain, the red one as Pinky, mainly red for Pinky. Technically though, in the show, Pinky's eyes are blue and Brain's eyes are red. So I'm either going to get yelled at because of the eye difference or the fact that I didn't make Pinky red or pink. So have it as you will. But I like, if you're going to make consistent jokes like this, is always a good idea to like set up rules as to follow for consistency. In this case, there would be both characters. When they become somebody else, they would take on the eye color of that person. Everything that they're trying to do right now, based on the other, is to try to take over Equestria, but in general to just try to get into the building. Thanks for the follow, Dragon. And Derpy is always the one that foils them because she has control of the government. So, and I want to have it where the foiling is always something like this, where she just gets angry and then something happens. Explosions are the best, and anytime they do explode, that they just do a stiff flyaway, because that's what I did in the first one as well. So it's just putting them in unique situations, but following the consistent rules is fun, because even though you know what's going to happen, it's still fun to see it happen. And that's the same thing with Pinky and the Brain. You know they're never going to take over the world, but you still watched it and found it entertaining. So hello Swifty. Voice acting from the previous stream was glorious. Oh, are you talking about the impressions that Michael was doing? Because if those were you, then yes. Michael will be here eventually, but not right now. Give the guards a gun. I've seen some of the episode of The Simpsons where Homer attempts to farm Vigilante mom and they end up shooting holes in his house. No, I don't. I want to maintain that the guards don't really do anything. This is the first time they showed up, but I prefer that Derpy be the only one with power. That anytime the Pinky or Brain does something, that they win, except for this one person that always foils them, which is kind of the same trope that a lot of television shows with stuff will go on, where the bad guy almost always wins and defeats anybody except for the hero. So that's kind of the trope to go with. Yeah, Michael's impersonations were impersonations. I have the same stay around for a while, like Sideswipe did. Sideswipe, I ran out of audio. I have a lot more Pinky and the Brain audio to work from, but I'm limited on what I can use and what I can extract from it, I guess, because like here, the become a cow thing then in itself became a joke. So with Yona, so if I go and grab something else that Pinky and the Brain does, a lot of it might be ultra specific to the episode, which then I can't really use the audio for. I'm trying to have it so that they don't say Pinky or Brain, because like right here when you hear him talk,
Well, I think so. But
he actually says this instead.
well, I think so, Blaine. But
So I had to cut Brain out. I went through and did a lot of the editing here. Same with here.
Pondering Pinky, what I'm pondering, Pinky.
So they say each other's name a ton, like more than they should. So, but I like the challenge too. I don't like working with audio, so it's fun to be able to just take this other audio and work from it. But then to make it its own thing. I think it's fun. He's not fighting a storm with his bare hands. Yes. Made us a stream in late an hour. In this late hour. It is not late. It is 6:30, and it is 6:30 everywhere because that's what my clock says, and it doesn't lie.
Move. We are a cow. Take us to China.
Okay, so for Arizona's eyes here. Oh, that's what I was going to bring up. So here, one of the other things that your eyes do is if you and I've read this once before, if you kind of just put your hand by your eyelids and then just look up and down, you'll actually feel that your eyelids are following your pupil to try to maintain as close and tight area around your pupil as possible. And that helps with vision, it helps protect your eye, everything. If I have somebody here, like in this situation where Arizona's eyes are closing, then you get this weird situation where you get this white at the bottom. It's not really what your eyes would do. Your eyes would technically come up from the bottom, but since I'm working with these models where they don't, or like this one especially, I have to somehow make it so then that white space isn't there. So anytime I do anything with the eyes that are closing, I will drop the eyes so that they try to maintain about equalness with where they were before. So in this case, when they go to close, I'll actually drop the eyes. Yeah, so that's about even. So I'm losing a little bit at the top, but I still maintain some at the bottom. And what that does is it helps, it adds a lot of life to the model, for sure. And even this, since she's turning her head a little bit, I might move it just a teeny bit to the left. Just to help offset that a bit. A little bit more. Yeah. And then when she lifts up again, here we go. And then usually we'll then take the eyes and we'll go a little bit, where's your wide? Well, wide really doesn't do much for them. So normally I have them open a little bit wider and then slowly go back to normal, just by a teeny bit. And have the eyes go up a little bit too. Because the eyes, if you think about my little coffee confirmed, yes, coffee cup. If you think about, like, if you're looking at a model, or not just a model, anything, if you're looking at a person or a picture or a video, what are you focusing on? And in animation, it should be that would be what you'd focus on as well. When a character is talking, or is primarily, the person's talking is going to be your primary focus. But the thing you're going to look at is the eyes. So you have to do the eyes right. And normally it's about having them do micro motions and little things, and making sure that they're focused where they need to and they feel natural, like they're looking at it. In this case, Yona actually, like looking at this person here, depending on how the head's turned, I might actually have her looking slightly different, because it might, from our perspective, not look right. And so I want to make sure I get that right. But you can see here when Yona's eyes drop. So when her eyes even go to do a little bit of the close here, you can see that I actually bring the pupils down a little bit. And then when it opens up, they go up a little bit and then they come back down. So it's just, it feels like they're not moving, but actually I am moving them quite a bit. And it is detailed that really, really helps. But after the eyes being the focus, if their person is talking, it's the mouth, and then just the head in general. And I kind of work my way down. But it gets down to a point where like the butt, or like just the body in general, is like so far down that scale of like perception that I don't really have to worry about as much. So if you look at Yona's motion from behind here, it's very basic, because you're not looking at, like, even here, her body's not even moving at all, but you're not looking at that. Yeah, it's hidden behind her giant head, but it's not a focus. I would probably just keep it like that even if I was doing a video. If you want to hide the fact that it's not moving at all, move the camera just a teeny bit. Like here, I don't have the camera moving at all, so every pixel, like even every pixel that's on these trees, you can see constantly. But if I move the camera at all in any way, it's going to constantly shift that pixel rate, because if I move the camera just a teeny bit, it's not going to move it all the pixels up one. It's going to shift and move them to make it work with whatever aspect rate, whatever amount of pixels it has to work with. So even just a teeny bit of movement will make everything feel like it's slightly moving softer. And so I almost always move the camera a little bit. I could name the characters, give them actual names in here, but I feel like, because like the changelings would work for that, because the changelings are named after like body parts as far as I can tell, even if it's just on a bug, and Brain and Pinky are both names of body parts. But I feel it's more fun if they just aren't given names. If I end up having to later, maybe, but I like the fact that they just are the blue one and the red one. Oh, Skylight, how are you doing? It isn't being talked about during an SFM stream. This blasts me. Yes, it is. Michael's not here to distract me. Hello, Dan. How are you doing? Okay, so here, right here with this motion, that's not really a motion of a blink. She's still kind of looking at what she's looking at, so I don't want to blink, but I still need to have the eyes do something. So in this case, I would normally just have them squint a little bit. So in this case though, see, it always comes down from the top. I don't want to have that. I want to have it squint. So I'm going to bring it down just a little bit from the top. But then I'm going to increase the raise, which comes up for the bottom. So this needs to go a little quicker at the end. And the one thing I like about SFM is this floating modification layer. So when it's green, it's nothing. It's just saying that this is like what's locked in. But as soon as I go to make a change, it becomes orange. And what orange means is that it's floating. So you could say that right now what's on this graph is what was there plus whatever I did as a change. But I can then move this and that change will follow with me. That makes it really nice, because I can look at this and say, is this, like when I go back here, if I don't like the timing, I can change it, shift it, move it. But if I know that this is the look I want at this point, now it's just about changing the timing. So it's like step 1 is done, and now I only have to focus on step 2. Oh, there are like the small changes to the stream. Thank you. I asked on Discord earlier about I can't lower the quality of the stream. Yeah, sorry, sir. Unless I'm partner, you're forced to have transcode based on how busy Twitch is at the time. So maybe one day I'll be able to have that. But for now, I kind of locked at that. Just trying to do this before. No, so what I want to no, I asked in Discord earlier about what people thought about overlays on Twitch, and most people, the consensus for the people that answered were, I don't go complex, which I agree. I hate complex overlays. So we went, I added these things here, but they're in a part of the stream that doesn't cover anything, because this is, I don't use, this is my taskbar. And then the camera in the corner, but then beyond that, that's the most I really want to put on here. I want to see if I can get a music thing so that it'll say like right here what the music playing is, but because I want to keep it simple. We do have a couple other things that I've added, but for this mode, yeah, keep it simple. I think I want to bring up those eyes just a little bit more. Let's close them a bit more. Sometimes it may be like, wow, you're really closing them. But you've ever heard of the term smear frame? That is a frame in 2D animation where if something is happening really, really fast, that they'll kind of basically draw in what looks like you like smearing the character across the frame. Sometimes they'll have extra eyes or extra limbs, and it'll be distorted. And the Pony actually has that a lot too, where some of those frames you get these weird looking things, and so you even then you think, well, how does that work as a frame? But in context, it's fine. And so even here, like the eyes might look a little bit too closed, but then in context, it looks fine. When you look at things frame by frame, you start seeing some interesting things. If you're a TF2 player, maybe you should do a Saxy. I actually, I don't know if there's any way to pop up with that. I actually had participated in one. But I don't. There was a way that I used to have that you could pop up and show that, but I don't remember what that was. But I actually participated in oh, this is 9dB. That's interesting. In this one, I thought maybe they put in something on it, but so the 6th annual Saxy Awards, I did all the lighting for this video, and it was nominated. So yeah, I'm right there. It was nominated for a Saxy, so it was put in the finals. It just didn't win the category, but it was in the top 4. So I do have on TF2, I have a camera that actually says the information for that, which is kind of neat. I thought the video was great. It was very different, and I think that's why it did so well, is because it was something nobody saw before. But that's all credit to Stan. Stan did all the work for the model and all that stuff, and he's done great with the future of it too. So yes, I have assisted with one, but would I ever make one myself? Hell no. The Saxies have become giant collaborative group projects, and that is not something I would enjoy. And most of the content I work with, and the Saxies aren't TF2 only, like you said with that. That closed things too quick. That was a bunny. There was no TF2 characters in there at all. There's no requirement for it. It's just you can't use other copyrighted content, so like that wouldn't count. But there's nothing stating you can't make your own original stuff. So, but I don't see the need or the want to do anything with Saxy, because it's like you're saying, like, I want affirmation, and I don't need affirmation. I just enjoy what I'm doing without the need for an award or anything. It's neat that the nomination thing came up, and that's already more than I could have asked for. But if I want affirmation, I find more enjoyment for just putting a video out on YouTube than I would winning a Saxy. Making you guys happy, that makes me happy. That's corny. Okay, so when her eyes go to do this, you can see that right now her eyes are, or the black of her eyes towards the bottom, but at this point now it's towards the top. I want that. Let's balance that out. There we go. See, it feels now like it didn't even move at all, but technically I was moving it. I fixed it. You can see they're going to make with the TF2 character and other originals. Well, the nice thing about the TF2 characters is that they're there. Seem like a very solo animator. No, actually, I've been a part of a lot of collaborative stuff. It's just most of them fall through. I kind of talked about that, I think, one of the previous streams. Thanks for the follow, Atari Nerd. I don't mind working on collaborative stuff, but I like, it's going to sound wrong, but I like having control of the creative process. I like video creation. I love being able to put together an idea and see it come to fruition. But if anybody assists with that, it gets complicated. Like, I feel like I lost control, and then I'm not really enjoying it as much. I like the full process of it. And the animating is only a very small part of that. So I do really love doing lighting. So when somebody that was already skilled with the modeling and people that were skilled in scene building put something together and then I could just light it, that was actually really fun for the bunny business, because it was just, I got to do the really fun part and then hand it off for other people to work on. I enjoyed that. For a collaborative project, that was probably one of the more fun and fulfilling ones in terms of a collaborative where I have a part of it. There's collaboratives I've done where I've done a full section of something and submitted it, but that was the first time I've had like a partial thing that I only did one piece of it, like where one piece of even a single shot. Hello, Michael's here. Get this pizza over there. Oh yeah, I gotta do her eyes here now too. So let's go bring it down a little bit. A little bit more. Well, I was gonna say that was quick. Thanks for following Nightmares, Wolf of Nightmares.
Ooh, Michael. What's that supposed to mean?
Kogel brrr. Hello, Jixie. Oh, just a teeny bit more. I feel like I'm gonna overshoot it. Alico.
Missed me.
Actually, is one. We're gonna put Michael more in focus. Oh. In focus. I think. Let's do a test. Look at the camera.
Back.
Stop looking at Michael.
I saw Derby. Don't hide Derby from me.
Here, Michael's more in focus.
You screwed up.
Hmm. I just had to drop the aperture there, or tighten it. Yeah. That do be crispy cam. It's I upgraded it a couple weeks ago. It is a lot nicer for sure. But it has a fancy lens on it that does a very, very wide aperture, which gives a very narrow depth of field. So when he was in here, I narrowed it, but then it was also like, this was blurry. So, now that Michael's here, we can go off topic. I've been trying intermittent fasting seriously. I didn't realize how much I was indulging in late night snacking. Oh yeah, it's, are you jumping right into it, or are you trying to wean your way into it? Because if you do a lot of snacking, then it's almost recommended that you start by just removing snacking and finding 3 meals a day for like a week, because it is really hard to do if you get rid of all your snacking and an entire meal. You've already exceeded the education I got from my photography merit badge. I won't hide that I missed many streams, but you're looking good too. Well, thank you. I've lost a lot of weight. I actually had a work event today I went to, and my boss I haven't seen since I started doing the weight loss thing, and he's like, whoa. So It was a fun feeling because if you see a slow change over time, you don't really notice it, but when other people do.
I'm gonna be honest, I haven't noticed.
I know, but anytime we talk to people, that's they've noticed it heavily. But it's again because you notice it every day. Every time I see my mother, I think of that's the way she's always looked. Then I see a video from like 15 years ago, and I'm like, holy crap! You don't even realize it.
Hi, Mom.
Well, thanks for the follow, Aether. Voice impressions. Okay, but okay, is it a Pinky in the Brain impression, or is it a Pinkie Pie impression? Difference. It went cold turkey. 11 to 19. Okay, so the one thing you need to remember with intermittent fasting is that intermittent fasting is the reason that you're losing weight. So don't skimp on your calories. That sounds really weird, but don't. You have a smaller eating window, so you have less time to eat calories, but try to get calories in. Eat higher calorie stuff. Don't go in like an excess of calories, but try to stick to your like 2,000 or something, because if you go low on calories, you lose weight faster, but then you'll adjust to that. You won't lose any more weight from lower calories, and then when you go back to eating more calories or a comfortable calorie count, you are going to put on weight. So if you just stay at that point initially, it's going to go a little sore at the beginning, but you will lose weight. So, that is hard to do sometimes because my window is so you're doing 6, so you're doing 18.6 no, that's an 8, so you're doing the 16.8. I'm doing an 18.6, so it's harder when it's like a 4 to 6 hour window. So yeah, you got to do a voice impression of Pinky from Pinky and the Brain. I did make that more expensive, so for your sake, just so you know.
Oh, I see. You paid points.
Yeah, so now you have to do it.
Well, what are we gonna do? I don't know. We're gonna do tonight, Brain. Arf. I don't know. It's bad. All these impressions are bad. Do not pay for these.
I love how I think my favorite part about your impressions are the fact that halfway through you always say how bad it is and then just laugh at yourself.
This is bad. That's all I can do.
You go describe your character and grunting again. That's the best part. That's why we have him do it. It shouldn't be like we want a Michael voice impression. It should be we want Michael to grunt and describe something.
There, now you're tortured. You're tortured.
Stupid face.
Face though.
It's included. Sadly, she doesn't have a jaw.
I don't rant about throwing food off. Hey, Giz, by the way. Fancy seeing you here.
La, 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 la.
Pasta's done.
Michael ASMR. Yes, worth it already. Let's see. Can we just make her head really big then too? Just the problem is if I keep doing this with the same characters, I'm gonna run out of ideas.
Sorry, Lee. It's coming apart. Trying to talk to me.
Oh. I love how the mouth doesn't move yet. Okay, I gotta undo that. Oh, I need the camera over here. Is that
It
it?
looks mostly blue to me, but I don't know if that's how
No, ours. It looks like a true streamer. Yes, yes. You know it's real streamer lighting when there's blue. That's how you do it.
Yay, dirt.
Michael McBang. Overlord speaks.
What's a mukbang?
Hello, BetaFest. BetaFesta, sorry. I don't have my glasses on. Rogard probably isn't paid enough to deal with this. No, probably not. We brought up before that they don't do anything anyway, so they're probably just paid minimum wage. That's probably why they don't do anything. They're probably getting no pay at all.
they get the satisfaction. Is that not enough?
No, because they don't protect them. Have you seen the Royal Guards do anything useful at all? Other than just chauffeur the princesses.
They fill space.
Michael, everybody does that.
Yes.
We are all displacing air. We not if where's my government money for displacing air? Wait, that means I gotta put my weight back on. That means I get more money, right?
Hey, Scope, we were just discussing how guards are useless. How the Royal Guards are just...
See, they heard that, Michael.
You started it.
I love the design, but I wish that they had more use. What did the princesses do in the movies that the guards didn't? Everything. They those guards are useless. Yes. But like, where in the movies or in the show did the guards really do anything? Anytime anybody's ever attacked, you always see like the entire army go through. I mean, I guess I understand if you're gonna have a bunch of guards that have like spikes and spears and like actual weapons, that if they are attacked, I'm guessing the last thing they're going to do in a Hasbro television show with a bunch of horses is stabbing and murdering people. So it's easier just to do exploding magic. There's a unicorn guard.
There was that. I feel like when Sombra attacked the Crystal Empire, the guards tried to stop for like a second before they like fly. And I would at least like to have seen them put up basically try and then fail.
I think they have.
I know the Wonderbolts tried and failed to stop Spike.
Anticlimactically too.
Yeah.
They're just like, and the water boats are here. Oh,
they got
there are all these like trick flyers, and all they didn't like dodge the giant tail, or I can't remember what they did.
He trapped them.
Yeah, no, they're useless.
Well, I think somebody once brought up the point. Prince, when Twilight got all the princess powers, she for them equal power of all Equestria. So if the princess is cancelled, then the guards don't have
China.
So look at the little adorable head nod.
China.
Okay, so she needs to dip down a little bit more.
They're supposed to be Blue Angels.
But the Blue Angels, if there's an actual war going on, I can see the Blue Angels being drafted in, but I'm guessing that in a normal scrimmage that they're not going to be called in. So
Yeah.
that I don't understand. Though they are, I've watched some stuff about like their training and everything, and oh my god, those guys are crazy.
Aren't a lot of them essentially semi-retired?
No, some of them are young. Well, no, because they need to take on some crazy G's, and you, if you're too old, you're probably not going to be doing so well with it. There was one of the ladies that does it, and she said that when they hit these stupid G's, that if she doesn't do it for a week, like they go on vacation and she comes back, it's hard. Just being a week away from handling all those G's, which is nuts. I'm not using the thing very much. I make the best smoothies. Yeah, okay. So see, I get it. So in here, this is where your guard works, right? You're at Applebuck's Coffee. So I would like, hold on, we can fix this here. There we go. Boom. There. This is what the guards are good for. I would like an extra large. No, wait. Is it a grande? I would like a grande with almond milk, no whip, and half a shot of raspberry. And my name is blah, 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 and you better spell it right. And he's like, no, I quit. Hello, McCanns. Yes, I do have a YouTube channel. You can actually, boom, right there.
Wow, somebody found your Twitch before they found your YouTube channel. That's on it.
Yeah, actually, I'm right about that. I thought I thought people were only here because of YouTube. Oh yeah, I gotta move that guard back. He's come back. There you go. Right from one to the other. Alright, lads, let's moving on. I'm gonna try to watch one of the streams. They're cool. Well, thank you. And thank you for being here. Appreciate it. We try to have fun. If I was working on a serious video, it would be different, but this is a comedy video too. They're both angry. Look at her. She's angry.
Arizona's cute.
We are a cow. Take us to China.
There we go.
Let's go back to Yona here. Not Yona. I keep saying Yona.
China.
So this, when she goes to do, I do want to have the eyes closed.
Arion.
So with the eyes, like, so right now the lids are raised. If I go and close their eyes right now, they're gonna kind of probably overcross. So it's always important to hit 0 when I have all the flexes selected. That will put all the flexes to base, and then I can do this.
China. China.
Okay, that is not. I need to do it quicker.
China. To China.
Still needs to be quicker.
China. China.
So this is why I like having this floating modification layer. And I think I want to have her head tilt a little bit too.
China. China. China.
Nah.
China. China.
This is the other way.
China. China. China.
Okay, yeah, I need to shut up China. Nah, I don't want to do that. Well, thank you, McCanns. Why say angry? More like smug. She looks smug. Well, it's because her mouth isn't moving. We need to still do that. I want to make sure I didn't miss something. Are you still angry in the battle? This is part of Rangers are fully combat trained yet. Palace, yes. Yeah, I know they are fully combat trained, but if you're going to be sending, unless it's a full scale war going on or something, they're probably not going to be pulled in. They're probably going to still be doing what they do. That's why I don't understand with the Wonder Bolts of if there's a single thing that happens, they're always the one that comes in because they can't afford to make more assets for other hero characters, apparently.
Not sure what any of them do. It's the protection of Equestria. Trying to think one point where any like military individual. Well, Shining Armor is probably the only example of any guard.
Yeah, but he just runs the guards.
Yeah, he was captain of the guard, and he managed to put up a shield to protect Cantrelot. And he actually is. And when Sombra first appeared, he managed to lead Twilight and her friends into the city. Actually fought, so he got to marry a princess.
When he got to marry,
he got to marry a princess.
But they showed them like dating in high school.
Yeah. Knew he was going to be competent. He's like, you are going to be the only competent guard in all of the questions.
He was hot. At that point. They started the genetic treatment to turn him into the super soldier. He is Captain America. Captain Equestria. Yeah. Is there any way you could enable lower resolution streaming? No, I actually cannot enable transcoding unless I'm a partner. That is dependent on how busy it is on Twitch. So I already have it a little below what I possibly could stream it at, but it's transcoding is locked behind on busy times behind partner status, and I am not a partner. So one day maybe, we'll see. But otherwise, yeah, I can't actually do that. Okay, what did you do in boot camp? Oh god, Scope, that is too much. Wait, you have an entire comic with you in it?
Yeah, it's a comic series. I've actually checked out.
What is this, Scope? Scope, what is this?
Oh, I actually know this comic. This is a different comic than the one I was thinking of. Are you in?
Wait.
Scope.
Yes, but Scope, what's...
Oh, there you go.
There's... See, look at this. I don't even know the context of this, but this already looks like you're being kind of a butt.
What?
Like, I don't want to know the context of this. You're just being a butt.
Mares. In the mud.
No, literally, there is no context. Like, she's just like, wow, I'm tired, and then you just go and scream at her. And then you go and throw her in the mud.
You are a jerk.
And where did this come from? Did you steal that from her? You stole it from her.
Apparently he's in it again, screaming.
You're crying, and there's...
Oh, I guess
See, there's... It's just, actually, if there was ever going to be a comic that I thought, you know what, Scope would be good in, it would be with him being angry, yelling, stealing, and children crying. That sounds like a Scope comic.
I didn't know that comic. Cameo.
There, I have a great hat. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it was a pretty nice hat. Alright, so the one thing with her head nodding is that this is straight ahead and then down, which doesn't actually make sense. So we need to straighten her head out. So when her head starts going down, which is right here, and this is the peak of the downward motion. So the midpoint should be right here, which is not down or straight. This will be straight. Maybe not quite that high. I do want to move it up a little bit. There's a lot of white in the eye. Or we pick a point, say right here. We just flatten it out a little bit. There'll be less motion. Nah, I like the exaggerated. I think this first head nod needs to be a bit higher. Alright, now I'm going to try one other thing here. Head motion at the lowest point. Upper face, we're going to raise this a bit more. This is like evil. Le mou.
What did you say? I meant move.
I'm gonna murder you. What did you say? Moo. Le moo. Moo, I say. Thanks for the follow, cat. Appreciate it. God help you if you got a female dressage. They're always the hardest on you. So you see, just bringing the eyes up like that actually does help quite a bit. Gets rid of that white space. So I'm going to do that here as well. Because it's the same thing, like if you look at a single spot and you move your head around, your eyelids are actually going to adjust and try to follow, just like I brought up before with the other stuff. So it's the same thing here. It's also like, if I have, I'm not going to do it here because of, with how this works, but normally if I have the eyes shift back and forth, or like go between different points, I'll actually like contract the eyelids just a little bit, because anytime you move the eye, your eyelids are going to be affected in some way. And sometimes if it's going left to right, It might not be actually that much, but I want to show something. And so I'll do that. And here, it's not actually that kind of a look. It's kind of, this is going for a cartoony type look. I'm probably going to give her a little bit of motion at the beginning here, but for the most part, she's just going to be very, very still. And this song that I'm using, so this audio is from Pinky and the Brain, but the background music is not. It's actually called The Builder from Incompetech, where I get a lot of my music. So if you listen to it without,
No, it's too stupid.
so all the timing of music and everything, like with the eyes here, just happened to be that the timing worked out until I could make that joke. I didn't really plan for it. Very much spur of the moment. No problem. Love your content on YouTube. Ready for rocket surgery? Always ready. Just launch all the rockets. Science. No, appreciate it though. Thank you very much. I want to have this one out technically next Friday, but it's probably not going to happen. My deadline, or my earliest release date I want is next Friday, but the latest would be the Friday after that.
I want it now.
Oh, I realize I never actually adjusted her legs for the body motion. I kind of got distracted. But now I'm curious as if... Yeah, that looks right. Wait, so she's bending over, so she should actually be going backwards a little bit. There.
I want it.
Moo denied. No, don't never deny the moo. No. Mike just shakes his head like a disappointed dad. He does a really good, like, yeah, that right there. He doesn't even know he does it.
I do it all the time. I just watch what you're doing and I'm just like,
Oh, really?
just
I'm just moving the legs.
being.
Do you want to move the legs?
Dude, I wouldn't. Sure.
No.
I'll break it horribly.
Are there any missions you haven't finished and don't plan on finishing? Oh God, yes. Like, I think I have like 7 or 8 of them. Like actually the live stream highlight that I put out this morning contains a lot of content from this, which I will never finish. Also I'm changing some of my policies on usage of copyrighted content, and this would go against that now. So it froze on me. So yeah, sorry. Don't forget to reuse his colors on the next rainbow. Well, let me know when you're back, and then I can hit it.
Where'd that come from?
I just changed save files.
I'm scared. You jump at me with the horses and dresses.
I love how they're like it's Rainbow, Applejack, and you got Fluttershy and Twilight and Rarity and Pinky, and then this random person that's just staring. She's as bright as the characters up front.
Photobombing. She's just.
See, this person's right. This person knows how to fade. Actually, they have the same creepy smile too.
Fade into the background. Don't worry, those 6 chicks are gonna like wreck the party. Photobomb the heck out.
What is it like that one meme of picture a moment before disaster or something?
That's what this is.
See a character you can unlock later on. So I was working on originally a just pause for a few seconds. Yes. A video from the Ministry Mares, and I got a lot of the scene building done, but a lot of the planning was way too hard to do, and but it was going to be following the Ministry Mares throughout a lot of the books. I'm not going to go into the details of who the Ministry Mares are if you haven't read the books, but I wanted to do one from them, and I had bookmarked all the I have a ton of bookmarks and stuff, and I was going to do all the shots that had it from the book exactly as they were in the book. No talking or anything, but a lot of this ambience of it. And but there was going to be one shot using this song, and the song is from Axioma. There we go. Music, Final Way. Love the song, and it works perfect for the lyrics that they use. But I was going to use one part of this to go from the past back to the present and then back to the past again, to kind of show the impact that had. And it was going to be frozen in time. So this is what that is. I don't have any of the lighting done, so I can't really do anything with it.
Front legs look bizarre and large. They're lifting.
Or maybe they're not lifting it, and they're just have really short legs. But this was originally going to have a shot that zoomed into this picture, and from the present day, and then it was going to back away from the picture in the present day, and that's what this is. So I'll just play that. Oh,
I was actually really enjoying a lot of questions. Somebody actually animated these at first chat. Russian. It was actually decent.
Music's a little off, actually. I hadn't finished coloring them yet.
So you got the fish theme throughout a couple of your videos.
No, it's because I reuse this this is the template pony I used for a different shot.
Yeah.
And so it's just the same model. I had already redone them. And then there's another one over here that's the cheese template. But it was going to do that, and then out there. And then there's the return camera. So after we get to the end of this, it would come back, and when it hit the frame, it would jump to the next, or transition to the next shot.
Make the chat.
There it is.
I was actually thinking, I almost forgot about this one. I was thinking about the one you were doing all the scene builds for.
Yeah, because that one is...
I remember when you were doing that one, I was super happy that I got you to include 2 green ponies. Oh, it's assistant.
Mm-hmm. I might still put these out as pictures or GIFs or something so that I could at least make use of it. But I have stolen these scene builds for other stuff, so work is never wasted. I've saved myself a lot of time on certain things from here. Not as much time as I spend on it, but recycling stuff is useful.
The more you go back into these things, the more I realize I need to read.
I've read the book twice now. There it goes. I read it once, and then we read it again because our local group had a book club, and that when we did that rereading is when I actually bookmarked all the Ministry Mares bits with notes as to what that shot was, so that I could get it all. And this is a lot of those scene builds that are pretty neat. I'm actually very proud of a lot of these scene builds.
I kind of need to finish the book I'm reading now, but that's going to take. In the book, they though Red and Rainbow Horse saving people.
Neat. I'll just do this one first. This is Rainbow or Applejack in her factory. There's a big clank sound that's used, or like clamp sound that's used in the song. Yeah, so there's Rarity exploding. Or Rarity. I'm just gonna start making up ponies. But so there's her with the nuclear explosion, though you have to turn the lights on correctly to see the cool parts of this. Oh, no, actually, I need to turn on...
I think I complained about this.
Let's see if I can guess what I need to do here. It is... If I can get this right, I will... Because this is years ago. Ha! It was right. Okay. So there's just some shockwave that comes off from there. So those were actually, this effect will actually have a tutorial out in the next couple weeks on how to do. So this is actually using lights to simulate a bump mat. So those are actually lights.
That is cool.
I think I heard a particle. Oh, where did I put them? Oh, I have the wrong shot selected. Where is it? Ah, there it is. So it's these ones. But I will have a tutorial out on how some of that works, but it allowed you to actually take a texture and make it feel three-dimensional, which is pretty cool. But I'll have a tutorial out soon on how to do that. But yeah, so is that Rainbow with her with the memory orbs.
She was the one who basically hid the...
Yeah, she's Pinky instructed her to hide them away so that Pip could find them later because she was high on drugs. Yeah. And so the actual end of the video was going to be Rainbow walking up to it, and then there's this final beat of the song, and it was going to have it switch to Pip walking up in the exact same position that Rainbow was, and then have a cut, which I thought would have been a really cool way to end it. But then this one was one I was working on but never finished. This is Rarity doing her summon thinger. There's some errors with the textures. Unless she's just like playing extreme chess.
That's Snips there.
Yeah, that's Snips. Oh, that's Snails, I believe. No, that is Snips. Snails is, I think, in there too, but he's hiding. Yeah, the factory here. This is Fluttershy's speech. All these have two different camera angles, so there's one far and then one close. The song was going to have 12-second intervals because the song's beats went in 10-second bits, so it was going to transition between the two. Blah. And so this is going to have her doing her speech, and he's got, I put the Ministry Mayor symbol on the side here.
I do remember being kind
of Mr. Peace.
I do remember the scene in the book, and I remember it being...
Yeah, that's fine. Your canon can be whatever. This is thanks for the follow. Asian, I think. Extreme chess objective, survive. Well, she kind of gave up her soul, so she kind of lost out. So this is Apple Snack when he does the little murder thing. His texture is not the final texture. I actually had fully customized his to make it look like water was dripping down him. And that kind of worked. And then I got all the buildings, and I even got like the scooter.
Oh yeah, I didn't notice that. Oh crap.
Because that was
factory.
Yep. This is Merry Pony. These characters are the inverted green characters that worked in her factory thing.
Yeah, they were named after.
Yeah. Thanks for the follow, Freak. That sounds really weird to say. This is one of my favorite shots. Just the way that she's standing there and the way that she's highlighted, lit, positioned. Everything was really cool, and I really like the close shot that this would have had at the end of it too, of it coming up on her. So I really liked that. This is what it would look like
From my
processed
mom,
there.
Born from you.
I came here from YouTube. Well, thank you for coming. Welcome.
Welcome to the world, YouTube child.
You've expanded your horizons. Congratulations. Hello, Drain. I wonder. Oh no, that's you're not a person. I can't even get rid of you unless I go over here. I don't have a chat open.
But you could become famous if you listen to this. You could become famous if you listen to this.
Mute. We gotta mute you. No, Michael.
No.
Actually, I can't right now. We'll just leave him in there for now. Because of the way I'm using chat, I actually cannot.
Quickly, tell us more about this become famous.
Yes, please. Please. Been far for a while. I just now saw your stream highlights. Didn't know you were on Twitch. I've been on Twitch for like 6 years. I never really advertised it on YouTube because spoiler content. So spoilers. This isn't spoilers. I canceled this. So let's go to happier content, like when Rarity dies. So this is the Canterlot shot of Rarity. I wasn't sure how to utilize the cameras here. There is no actual glass here. I instead added a floating crack that one tutorial had for the floating objects. It's a floating crack to try to make it look like glass, because I didn't know how to make it look like glass otherwise. I have ideas though. Using the same method to just create a sheen that isn't really a sheen.
Criticism.
Look at the angle. It doesn't goddamn matter.
Matters to me.
You know what? No, she's not in the shot anymore. She's dead already.
Oh.
I'm rewriting the book. She's dead before this card.
She's forever trapped in the glass until it desecrates her corpse.
No, she's just dead. She was never here. Pip walks in, and instead she finds Fluttershy there.
Because I know the story. We already got her out.
I had 4 bot spam that in my stream yesterday. I only had 2 followers. Yeah, I get one every now and then, but I'm using Streamlabs for the chat, and the problem is I can't click them and say ban on there. I have to have the actual stream open, and my stream manager does not have that chat included anymore because I didn't need it. So I have it open now.
Buying followers. Disturbing.
Well, the thing is, so YouTube, you can buy views legitimately and legally. It's promoting content. You can pay YouTube to extra promote your content, and any of the extra promotion it does, it will charge against you. So if it pulls somebody in because they recommended your content in front of somebody else's, and I think that was 2 cents a view, which is expensive.
No, that would be
compared to ad revenue, yeah. It's expensive. So if you want to pay for followers here, yeah, you can pay to get, you can run a bot and get tens of thousands of views, and you can pull in tens of thousands of followers, but what does that net to you? Nothing. Because Twitch requires that if you want to become partner, you have to average over a month. So you would have to keep doing that, and that's going to be a big flag if suddenly out of nowhere you gain 10,000 followers. So, Rarity has lightning. Yes, she has lightning hands. Now, one of my favorite parts actually on this was these back here. These are the robots, and they are fully animated. At that point, the camera would have left the shot, so I didn't care about animating them anymore. But these two are my absolute favorite. Look at these. Look at them go.
There's a lot of work into this.
I love this. And the lighting for it, it doesn't run as efficiently when its lighting's on, but look at that. It's so cool. I love this. I was so proud of this, and it was so fun, and I'm never going to use it. But I learned a lot, and that's what matters.
I mean, you could always go back.
No. Like I said, I changed my rules on copyright usage. and this would be using a copyrighted song.
Oh, the song.
I'd be spending months and months and probably an entire year making content that then I would make nothing on.
Couldn't change the song?
I would have to completely change everything. Everything right now is built around this one song. So it's no, I'm not going to do it.
I'll tell you what.
And if I change the song, what do I change it to?
I'll sing the song. You can just put that in there.
Like a cappella?
Yeah.
You can do all the, like what's your drums? Do your drums. Okay, do guitar. No, that's the bass guitar. Lead guitar.
Guitar, you gotta give me a song.
No, just do guitar. This is, what do you do? Devil Deals Down to Georgia? God damn, no, like a real guitar, like electric guitar.
Look, we can make it happen, dude. We can go.
What does a guitar sound like, Michael? Ring a ding ding?
Ring a ding ding. And
you just did a triangle.
Just be like, I got this bottle. That would be the beat.
Nobody would tell the difference. They would be like, "Oh my God, that is an amazing song. Who wrote this amazing melody?" And you're just back there.
And we make it happen, man. You just gotta believe.
I gotta deal with this guy every day. Oh man, Half-Life 2 little dolly back. Yeah, that was gonna crash. Brings back memories. Yesterday, I want to play Half-Life 2 again. Yeah, a lot of the resources that you have access to in SFM are Half-Life, so there's a lot of repeats. But what I think is amazing is that a lot of those resources are years old, like 2004, and they still look good, which is crazy. And hello, Eric. How are you doing, Eric? Why I said that twice? Oh, sorry, I missed that. Hello, Adam. I saw the rarity has lightning. I just missed it. Was you?
Is the atom?
The atom.
That's what you. The amazing atom.
I'm pretty sure that somebody on YouTube is called Atom Bomb with the 80 AM.
And find that person, beat them up, steal their YouTube. Whatever.
Do amateur mix mastering of the T-Ray that sings covers. Yeah, I hate audio. That is the one thing on with SFM that I do not like dealing with is audio. Like for instance, on the Sideswipe Rocket Surgery, that one just had tons of audio pieces, and I hate doing that stuff. I want to potentially in the future try to find somebody that can do a lot of that for me. That's one of the reasons that I want to try to grow like YouTube and Twitch and stuff more, so that I can start bringing on help for doing things that I am not good at. I love video making. I love animating. I am not good at audio. I am not good at video editing. And those are the two main things that I really would like to try to bring somebody on to assist with at some point is audio and video, or video editing. Not this stuff, but like highlights and stuff, because I spent like an evening and a half out of the last almost every week for the last couple of weeks doing highlight stuff that I could be spending doing other stuff. And so sometime if you have a musician that would produce a cover for you. So, well, for one, I want to focus on little stuff. That was like a 4-minute video that it was going to be, and like the Rocket Surgery was only like 2-something minutes long, and that took me like 2 years to finally finish. It was on and off, but I've been focusing so much on longer projects that it's been taking so long to put them out that I just keep getting told, "Are you dead?" Because by the time I actually finish something, I'm constantly working on stuff. I've never really stopped working on stuff, but it's demotivating when you only get the feedback from the channel and stuff every couple every quarter or every year. So I want to focus on little stuff. This video was only started like 2.5-3 weeks ago, and it's already most done, and it's and I could have it done in a week. So I want to focus on these things, like these 30-something second long videos that I can get done in a month, just for a little bit, so that I can get the tracks rolling on the channel again.
I do have to admit, when that Side Toy video came out, I thought you were dead. which made hanging out with you really. For the side-tie video, I was pretty sure you were dead.
Oh, yeah.
Hanging out with you really.
So the highlight thing is difficult. Some of the original ones, the ones that I started when I started putting them out fast again, was I was keeping track during that time because I was going to have somebody do the editing, and I had a text file that I was putting all the funny moments per stream on. So that was really easy. I could just go up in that text file and find all the good stuff. Now I have to sift through every video, and it's about looking if I start laughing or if there's a funny face or something stupid. So I'm probably missing some stuff. And yeah, bringing somebody on to handle that would be nice. But like the last highlight I put out, there was like 4.5, 5 minutes long. It was when I actually originally took all the funny stuff out for that same time period. It was 12 minutes. I had to, but then there's repeated jokes, which are the better jokes. How do you want to space them out? How do you want to cut a joke down that was funny for 1.5 minutes down to 4 seconds? So, there's that too of making those decisions. It's not just about being an editor too. It's about making those decisions, and that to me is almost harder. Keep focusing on the small stuff. So in a week, I'm going to work on finish those small things myself. Wanted to try making some Among Us content. Nice.
Adam likes being. That game also has being.
Okay, with Arizona here, I need to do her mouth now. Acorn.
Hacking?
The acorns in the trees outside are like this big.
Yeah?
And when they fall and they hit the metal table out there, they just goes king. My dad was out there. He was looking at something on the deck because we're going to replace part of it. And one of them hit right when he was there. It's like... It was great. But every now and then I hear something really loud.
Those cows aren't sus. The one's adorable. The other one's
I appreciate the detail animation quality though. It takes a long time, but it really blows away all the other fan stuff. I brought up once before, and it's something I repeat a lot, which is that the that 90% of a video takes 10% of your time and 10% of a video takes 90% of your time, where meaning that you can get most of the video done really, really quickly, but if you really want to polish it and clean it up, it takes a ton more time for that, what ends up being a little bit added on. And so it's about how long it takes me to finish a video is how long I spend on that last 10%. For instance, this video was actually my test to see how fast could I effectively make a video if I skip that last 10%. And this entire video, I don't want to play it because of the copyrighted music stuff, but the entire video, because I reused animation and everything, took 7 to 8 hours to make for a minute video. But it's because I didn't care on the refinement. Like the lip syncing here, if you watch the detail of it,
I'm glad I didn't watch you make this video.
There's no, it's very, very basic. I puppeteered it. I grabbed the flex for the mouth and hit play, and then I just did this, and it will then keep that for you. I did that for mouth open, mouth close, pucker, and grin, which are the 4 main ones that I would ever have to deal with. So the lip syncing was super quick. It was all about doing it where if I don't care about polish, and it still turned out good. So that's why I wish I could do that more. But every time I go to try, I'm like, ooh, I gotta, ooh, the ear gotta move, and then oh, the mouth's gotta be a little bit more detail, and like, oh, maybe Yona's gotta not be in the video. We gotta replace that with somebody else.
We gotta show on their faces that they have tragic backstories where their mothers are not nice to them one time when they were 7. Very important. That's the show. I'm glad I didn't watch you make that one video. And those 2 horses almost.
That is a cliche I need to stop using. I've had 3 videos where that exact same shot happens because I just like the shot. No, where they have the side kiss of the slope come together. I've done that 3 times, and that's why I've never done it since, because I'm like, I found I was just going in circles.
What you should do is just have them kiss.
No, because she's angry. Vinyls, she's like, ah.
He's angry because other horses were making out.
This is,
Like, no, that's my.
it makes no sense. Like, she's just floating there, but
They're all floating.
but this is still my favorite part. That, out of everything in this entire video, this took the most amount of time to animate.
I don't know if you're.
No, I doing stuff like that is super quick. I can do that. Like, all the little GIFs I put out on YouTube prior to stream, I literally make within about 20 to 25 minutes before stream, and they're all just really, really stupid, simple stuff.
Hot milk.
Would it be rude to ask a cow if you had milk? Like, it was a sentient cow.
I mean, you really shouldn't be milking sapient creatures.
Well, in equestrian...
Like, the bedroom eyes are going.
No, this is... She is, like... She is disappointed.
I don't know, man. Like, bedroom eyes to me. Owls. Well, she got fangs. Oh no, she's vampire cow.
Moo. Blah moo.
Blum.
Blah moo.
I mean, the game, them fighting herds, basically had a moment where they're like, this milk is pretty good. What plant does it come from? And they're like, no, that doesn't come from a plant. That comes. Then the deer was just like,
Moo. Moo.
what?
Moo. Whoa, whoa.
Don't drink your milk. That says it. Oh, you were mentioning one time her voice, and I forgot. She's actually voiced by Tara Strong. Don't know?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How'd they afford her?
They probably, well, Lauren Fowles was already working on the game, so there was just like, Lauren was probably just like, hey, you want to voice a character on YouTube?
It could have been a favor or something, too.
You might have got, I know Lauren Fowles got paid, so it wouldn't surprise me.
Well, I would hope that she did.
Yeah. Like, they had a pretty big fund. Money they needed to make the game. And then some, they went over. Microphone. Oh, I need a micro. They keep cutting out.
No, we have 2 USBs. That's the problem. We have to get 2 XLRs or something because the USBs don't work for keeping in sync.
There was an echo.
Yep. So it was either have an echo or have him just be Michael. But I do want to upgrade to an XLR setup at some point. But I have a decent mic as it is, so I need to wait until my YouTube and stuff finances balance back out where I have the funds to do it.
I deal with a coworker who puns at me all day now. I don't need this. Puns. No. What is...
Alright, so when her face hits this point, I can't really make her eyes go much wider. So instead, so at this point I'm going to have this be that her eyes go wide. So I'll add what wide I can. Oh, I think this was added by accident, yeah. Stop with XLR, my micro died, now I'm back on my USB. Good one, I still miss my XLR. Yeah, I got a USB originally because I didn't want to do all the fancy setups, but now I kind of wish I did, but at that time I really couldn't afford it. I was working a different job that made a lot less, and YouTube wasn't making the money to justify it either, so I ended up getting a USB so I could just get that and be done. But now, I really do wish that I had that, and I do plan to do that. It is on the list, but since I already have a decent mic, I decided the camera and everything was the first stuff to upgrade.
I mean, yeah, it is a decent mic. It's just that USB doesn't work for more. Apparently.
It's the main problem is USB being digital. It wasn't consistent. The audio wasn't syncing. I could get it to sync, and then the next time I would start recording, it'd be out of sync again because it was just not. I couldn't get them to time correctly. An XLR going through a mixer, I could actually do that, and then I will. But until then, Michael just gets to sit over there and be quieter. That's why he's darker right now, because we don't need to look at him.
It's fine, my hair is blue.
Yamaha USB. Well, USB mixer is one thing. It has the audio's two audios going into it, and then it's going out from there, and that's fine. And that's probably what I'm gonna do is I'll have a USB mixer, but the USB mics are the problem. Couple XLRs when I just switch things. I can do commentary and navigate the menus. Yeah. That's the other thing too, is I always forget to like unmute stuff, and I would like to have a button that I can then hit that's physical and I can see, so that I can remember to unmute things. And then when I don't want to hear Michael, I can just unmute or mute him or something and not tell him.
Yeah. I'll sometimes mute myself and forget. That happened.
So this, I want to have her look like she's... So to make this look more open, I can just bring these down more. I'm waiting for one day you're gonna do that, and you're just gonna go snap and just drop,
Just fall.
just ragdoll.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you're gonna get me banned for it too.
Yeah, it's not good if people like die on your stream.
Yeah, the fact that I just kept going isn't my fault.
It just claps the ground. Anyway.
They'll be like, oh,
This is how
impression, Michael. They say to play dead.
You did it. Once I hit the ground, I can do any celebrity as long as they're already dead. Hey, do a Rodney Dangerfield. Too soon.
Wow, too soon. He's been a while.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Probably a lot of people on here who don't even know who he is, which is... Though I have to admit, I've never been most famous for okay.
Oh. My boss said today when they were doing, like, what's your favorite movie? He said Caddyshack.
Did he?
Yeah.
I've never seen it. It was basically like a movie that had all the big comics of that period of time. And some made their debut. I think that was pretty much the movie. Bill Murray made. It was his first big. Might be wrong. Interesting thing about that, I did watch it.
Back in a few, okay. Well, that's just movies in general. Movies are never going to go exactly how you want.
Well, the thing was, the whole thing was badly written, and there was a bunch of production as far as like the show together. So a lot of the movie actors, doing a lot of ad-libbing and kind of stuff up, and then the end.
But sometimes that's what it's one of the reasons, like with panels, that I always say, like, if whenever we do the panels at convention, I bring the general concept of something, but then other than that, we just figure it out as we go. If you're a bunch of professional comedians, you're probably going to get the best content by letting them do their thing. You shouldn't probably prep for all of that, but if you're just a generally funny person, you should be able to do it.
I think that's what saved Caddyshack. Because a lot of the rest of the movie was a disaster. And
If you prep for a joke is not that funny, well, yes and no. So I think, like any video I'm making with this, I am preparing a joke. I am setting it up to begin.
Videos are funny.
And so scripting a joke and scripting a panel can work, but you have to almost script it to feel unscripted, and that can definitely work. And actually, if you can do that right, it's better than just going fully unscripted, because you're basically doing unscripted but with pre-thought and with doing the right thing at the beginning. But I think that there's something, it's more fun to be on a panel or to present, to do comedy live and to do it without scripting, because otherwise you're just playing the part, you're running through the motions, and that isn't as fun. I love when I've said before, on panels, the best part of a panel is when things go wrong, because otherwise it's just a TED talk you can watch online. But when things go wrong, it's personal, and it becomes an experience that you now have that is unique to that moment. And so those are great. I love when things go wrong, and not just talking about other people's panels, I'm talking about my own too. So most of my most memorable panels are because something went wrong and it was funny. So the uncanny valley of humor, kind of.
I think he just tried to tell hilarious.
He is?
At the show.
I was gonna say, how about a stand-up comedy? So yeah, that's all scripted comedy.
Yeah, so is a show.
No, that's what it is.
Yeah.
And if any of the stand-up comedy you see online and recorded is going to be scripted as well, a live show, there is a lot of unscripted comedy that goes on there. I've went and seen comedians live, and they'll do a lot more stuff that is unique to that shot. But otherwise, I could just watch it online. If I'm going to go see it live, I want something unique.
Unless you go to like a con, and everybody just wants the same thing.
But then a concert is a spectacle.
Yeah.
Unless that comedian's out there like shooting fireworks out of his ass, a concert's going to be unique because you get the feeling of the bass, and you're there. It's like watching a funny show by yourself and in front of a television. You might laugh out loud a little bit. More likely, you're just going to do slight chuckles. But if there's anybody that laughs with you, you work off of each other, and you will then all laugh out loud. That's actually one of the things with the stream highlights, is any of the streams that have had other people in there and then they're laughing at the joke that was presented. I usually keep a lot of that laughter in, because by watching somebody laugh, it makes you want to laugh which even though it may just be as funny as the joke from before, you now want to laugh more. And I think that's fun. I like having another person there that can then laugh, and because it just makes things funnier, like Michael. He's my comic relief. I'm just a pit of despair.
It's true. Happy despair.
Isn't that just normal? Like, isn't it?
That laugh, that was me reveling in my despair.
About the herd effect while animating cows. Yes.
Well, one of them is. The other one I think is part turtle.
You shouldn't talk about Arizona like that.
It's a weird angle on her face. She's got like the double bump.
It's lewd. See?
No.
It's lewd.
She got nose. Oh no.
Lewd.
She got nose boobs.
They're saying his mic is a joke. No, it's well, I know that isn't a joke, but no, what I'm saying is some of the best moments I've had on stream are by having somebody else there that I can get feedback on jokes. Like even on here, if I do something that's funny, I don't have the feedback. You guys can say lol and whatever, which is great, but it's hard for me to get the laughter going then on it. So it is nice having another person that you can bounce it off of.
The more I drink, the funnier. More alcohol.
What are you saying?
I'm saying I need more alcohol so you'll be funnier.
So I'm not funny enough?
Oh, your despair is giving me a giggle.
like I get sad, then he's like,
yay! Who loses the will to live? I giggle ball.
Go get your drink.
I'm a great person when you're drunk.
That was I know it was a joke. Let me immediately explain it again. So much dedication. Well, I brought it before, like, the one reason I love Twitch is if, like, there's a lot of, I've seen some Twitch streamers where they don't interact at all. They'll just go and play and whatever, and that's just stupid. I like the interaction. That's the reason Twitch is fun. I really wish I could get her eyes wider, but I legitimately can't. They're as wide as they're gonna go.
You're just used to pump. As she does.
Like Ninja? Yeah, well, Ninja's not a comedy streamer. He's a skill streamer. So you watch him because he does cool things, and you watch him because he's popular, which is weird, but that's really how popularity goes, is people watch popular content because it's popular. So he, but there are streamers out there that are just cool to watch because they're just so good at what they do. But really, do you expect him to keep up? I think earlier he had 40,000 people watching. There's no way you can keep up with people in chat.
Yeah. There's always a point where it's just, I think once you get over like 200 people, everybody talk.
On YouTube, I think the biggest YouTube stream I did was about 200 people, and I thankfully had a moderator at the time, but it was hard to keep up. On here, that's like right now, like I think there's 31 people here. That's a good amount where it like, even if everybody was talking, I can still keep up. I've been doing the morning coffee, or I did it once, but I'm going to be doing that on YouTube once a month, and that had I think upwards of 80 people at one point, and that was about the equivalent of this chat about 3 times faster. But the point of it was to ask questions, and there was a lot of questions. I could barely keep up.
Good to hear you down here.
It was fun. I really did enjoy that, and I want to do that once a month, but I'm thinking what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it after I release any video, because people have questions, and then I can show behind the scenes stuff.
So you're gonna finish this one and do it?
That was the intent, so next, of doing it next Saturday. If I get this done for next Saturday.
You know, I'm at a bit of a crossroads with this.
Why?
Yeah, I keep wanting to tell you to add Derpy. Derpy in the...
But
do, and I don't know what to do about it.
you mean there's not enough derpy?
Oh, yes, there could be Derpy in every show.
Well, then you just change the context of it. But you're like most needy people. You're like, add this. You're like, okay, I've added it. Well, add more of it.
Yes, and you have to have it. See, I'm going to have you put Derpy in every shot, and then I'm going to have you put Derpies in every shot. Then I'll finally be satisfied when the entire shot is completely blocked, except for Derpy. A wallpaper Derpy. All eating muffins. All wearing socks. Drinking juice.
And then I can just watch the subscriber count going down.
That's okay. People love Derpy.
I've had a couple or some people asking about more live stream highlights and stuff, and I'm gonna be trying to do all that stuff weekly, but like tutorials. I have to be careful on spacing those out because I legitimately lose subscribers. Like looking at I'll gain some, but the overall net for putting out highlights or tutorials is to lose subscribers. I legitimately go down. Not many. Compared to how much things generally go up, but it's still, if I keep putting out a lot of tutorials, that's going to accelerate because people will see like that's all the content I'm putting out. So, which is annoying because I know a lot of people enjoy them. So, but I also know that some people they're there for one thing and one thing only, and if you don't provide it constantly, they're just like, nope. Wait, where's China and Equestria? We don't ask that question. Only reason I stick around at 3 a.m. enjoy your stream and the fun it gives me. Well, I appreciate that. I mean, if you're really there, go to sleep. But thanks for sticking around. Like, no, I don't watch it. Overpaid fucker. Well, the thing is he got money. If somebody's gonna offer you that much money, like I think for Mixer, it was like it was an 8-digit deal. That's a lot of money. He made the right decision on his part. Mixer made the wrong decisions, but he made a great decision. If somebody's going to give you that much money to do that, anybody would take it. Yeah, is he overpaid? Probably, but it's benefiting him. So take advantage of your strengths. Is it 30 mil? I knew it was an 8-digit, which is just nuts.
Don't worry, Adam. I saw your post about.
Oh yeah, it is 8 o'clock. So, we have something for you.
Hey.
So, this is something from Mid-Prem and some other people. I don't have all the names, but they sent this, and it is a present for you, specifically for you.
I don't give presents. I give people presents. It's a one-way street. Oh, what has happened?
Mm-hmm. Well, I think that's part of the thing.
I'm like most things. I'm horrible at opening
Do
packages.
you need help?
I don't know.
I'm not going to get you anything. I'm just going to stare intently.
I got it. Making a mess. So this is what Adam was talking about. I thought he was just randomly bringing up body pillows. What is this? Stickers.
Turn it around.
The nerves.
You have to turn it around.
What's my MC?
So it's his OC holding a can of
I've
chili.
never actually seen anybody besides me draw this thing. And I think I drew it twice.
I can't actually change the zoom, but
A can of beans. Oh,
it's got a lock to my monitor. Well, actually, you know what? Here. Oh, no, I can't actually change it. Sorry.
That Derpy is super cute, and that's horrifying. It's a conflict. Oh no. Oh no, that OC.
Oh, actually, you know what? Here. There we go. There's a little bit better.
Well, this OC has a name. Barely told. Jumpin' Jack.
Jumping Jack?
Yeah.
And he's got his chili.
Oh, that's chili. That's what that is.
Skyline chili.
Yes, that's what that is. What that is. It doesn't look any.
What is on the other side then?
Oops.
So you had to make it something you could actually use.
I gotta get a pillow for it. I don't want to sleep with it. It's amazing. Midprim's awesome.
No, she's here.
I see.
Yeah.
Oh, yay! Thank you so much. This is the single most unexpected thing. See, you're much better at surprising me than I am surprising you. Oh, it's so cool. This Derpy is super cute. I mean,
so Michael has
this horrifying.
Michael has this thing of different conventions where he'll like commission different body pillows and then bring it in for specific people, and then nobody asks for it or whatever, but he just makes it and has it for them.
It happens. Everyone wants a body pillow of adorable horses. They just can't admit it.
So yeah, so he always does that. So then Midtrim decided, oh, I keep shutting off, that he needed one too. So since he has a thing for Cincinnati chili,
Yes, of course has the chilies. Oh. I mean, your stream will be giddy for a while now.
No, we're just gonna keep the screen right on your face there.
Having somebody else draw my OC is actually fantastic.
I just like this.
It's like
Just want a three-way?
oh no. Too many people.
I guess people need context on that.
Well, three ways are amazing. That's the only context you need.
If you're from Kentucky, it's a actual food thing where it's spaghetti, skyline chili, and or Gold Star. Sure, whatever. It is, and cheese, whatever. Yeah, but it's a specific meal, but it's called a three-way because apparently in Kentucky everything needs to be weird. So
These are amazingly delicious.
let me shrink this back down then. Thanks for the follow, Shadow Gaming. I hope you've enjoyed Docky review.
Do not apologize for the burden. This is amazing.
Yes, and Midprim says the suffering is yours now.
Suffering is mine. I mean,
I'll be like, hide the other one.
hide my
See,
horrible OC. This just makes my OC almost like official.
just like the face, just everywhere it bends, just is
I
funny.
just assume that this is just my default face. This look of like dejection.
We talked about it earlier.
It's so fitting. Like I said, I'm gonna be. There's a note.
Uh-oh. There's also, like, okay, your little fall, like, things that you leave in bags, I still find them in my car.
There's like one here. There's like
So she puts these things in there, like, this is, like, And like I opened up one of the letters in the car right after pulling out of my mailbox, and it exploded and went all over my car. And
Sponsored by your nerd friends Giz and John. John and Giz paid for this. Giz, John, happy B-Day, early Christmas. I don't know. It was a joke that went too far, man. My condolences, Katie. Giz and John were in on this.
wait. Is Giz and Jonaldo?
Because you have to.
This is what he gets for getting an artist a body pillow.
Oh no.
Yeah, you did.
I did give her. I gave you. Have I given John a body pillow? Not sure if I have.
Did you get him the little one, or?
I got him the little mod pillow.
Because that's the one he.
No, I gave him. Did I give him the mod pillow?
Because there was the square one.
Yeah,
he has one of those.
He has a pillow, but is it a body pillow?
No.
Because if he doesn't have a body pillow, now I have corrections to make.
Is this? See, I feel like now this is turning into like revenge body pillow purchases of like, God damn it! Now I gotta get them one.
I mean, after this, I'm questioning whether or not you have enough.
I have 2.
It's not.
And I
have
never
3 now. I had 2, and that wasn't enough.
I have 2, and I didn't even buy any. They were all gifted.
No, you're just gonna keep getting them thrown. That's what nobody buys their own body pillows anymore. You get gifted to them, either by friends who are out for body pillow revenge. This is the
Body pillow revenge.
Yes, this is the established way body pillows are bought and owned now. To each other. All confetti is indeed feared.
It is feared. Like I legitimately still have some in my car. I was out in it today and I saw it.
It is the time of year where you should spray. Good idea.
Sprinkle it on the mantle.
Yes, fireplace mantle.
Let's
Festive.
let's take the small burnable objects and throw them around the fireplace.
Yes, that's what you do.
Life isn't exciting unless you're gonna be at risk of dying every day.
Every day. Yeah, I'm like, you see, that's therapy is so adorable. I gotta like go out tomorrow now and get a pill. I like this material.
Welcome back.
Where'd you have this made at? Out of curiosity.
Git says, thanks for helping me find a place to get a body pillow made, Michael.
Oh, okay. Well, that explains it. Art cows. Oh, arts. That's why you asked. Was wondering why you were asking. Didn't even give it a thought.
That it would be for you.
That it would be for me. I didn't know what he was up to.
See, suffering can go in anybody. I want to actually have her pupils change a little bit here. So there is a script you can get. I'm gonna load a rig script. Set skin body group animation, and then I can animate her eyes. Oh, problem is I have to change the skin because it's gonna default back to her other size ones. Like the drugs kick in. It's like,
Oh no. Eyes, they're not good.
goes both ways, Michael. It's the medium one. Oh, it's gonna be tough.
Thank you so much. Your eyes.
I'm going to try and have her go to a smaller, like. There we go. Oh my God, that's the first mistake. If someone asks for information, ask what they need to know it for. Thanks for the follow, Rose. Oh, that's kind of off time.
Oh, that's so meta. A pillow on this pillow.
Oh, did you look at the background of your side? In the background of that side? It's chilly.
That's just chilly.
You're bathing in chili.
That sounds about right.
She's gonna stretch your actual face on Derpy, but figured it would be displayable.
Yes, that would be horrifying.
You'd be like, look, it's Derpy, and then you see the picture, like, oh.
My own face staring back.
You wake up in the morning, and the first thing you see is that.
That would not be enjoyable. Far better. Can you cool?
No, don't, no, we need to keep that in the bag, or it's just, or it's gonna multiply. Stuff is dangerous. She probably just has like a gallon bucket where she is, and she just like has a pump, and she just opens it up and just.
Oh, I'm gonna have to get. John's not on here. I'm gonna have
This
to.
is Angus. Would you like it to be? Maybe. No, see, it's begun. There's probably some on the floor, and if there are, you are planting a seed.
Begin to multiply. You'll come downstairs tomorrow and they'll just be like, won't be able to get into the living room. Have little eyes on the back of the.
Look, they're very. Oh, it's looking the other direction.
Could have known. But lucky for you guys, I'm pretty dense most of the time.
Suddenly, like, John's gonna have like 18 body pillows and be like, he went overboard.
It's like
Michael's just foaming at the mouth.
just running at him with body pillow. He likes Maud, right? Maud. Okay. Right, no. Take my place. It's like a stand.
I can still have more confetti than house space. Yes, that's how it works. I think she's almost done. Do I have the eyes go down a little bit on this point? Well, they do, but I think I want to have them go down a bit more. No, that part doesn't work. Actually, that does kind of work. What's this song? This song is... It is DTD. DTD Music Miracles. It is a pretty good song. If you can... DTD music, just in general, spectacular music. There are on my list of probably like top 5 favorite epic music groups. Definitely somebody to check out, not just for like this song or anything, but if you go through this list here, I suddenly hit this point where I just have a ton of them. There's one, there's one, there's one, there's one. And that was about the point I found them, I think. But just spectacular music. Firefly, no, not Fireflies. Was it Fleeting Secrets? Yeah. I think this is one I really... Yeah, this one's really, really good too. Oh, sunset. Howdy, howdy, howdy. You're still just flabbergasted.
I got eyes on this one.
Cut 2 holes in the eyeballs and be a bean ghost.
Good to put holes.
You put holes in Derpy side.
No. Also good.
I thought we were like, we gotta put Michael on a doggy. Well, he's not gonna use that. We'll put a Derpy on the other side, because then he has to.
Yes. The Derpy, pretty big self. The fact that, just the fact that somebody else prompted.
I thought I had... Oh yeah, I did. Can I do like a wide here? No, that doesn't change it. I can't get that eye up anymore. Might need to put the head up just a teeny bit more. Just to offset that low point. Because that's kind of like this cow's gonna fuck you up.
Human Karen's only evil.
Oh, she's super happy looking. This is super happy. I think I can probably call her done. I don't. There's certain like her ears are.
Sorry, fast rubbing off on me.
I know, that's what I was gonna say. I was waiting for you to say it first. I think I can call that one done. The ears will definitely be animated at later, but for now, ears are considered when I move this from orange to green, and this is just moving this to orange, so it is progressed. And I like to save the green stuff for last so that I can see the whole thing in this final form, which is essentially what that is. It's kind of gonna mess you up. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, she's very happy. Love the intensity. Yeah. I realized that if I had to, because the size of her eyes, use the medium texture of the eyes for that size, so I could make them either bigger or smaller, and the only small one is the much smaller, I'm gonna beat you to a pulp look. That one is basically good. Oh, this one shouldn't be that difficult. This is just them going to look at each other. I have to change the timing on both of them though. I could probably blend them both right now, but I don't want them both looking at each other at the exact same time. Probably spread out too much.
for the social media.
You know what the worst part is now? You have coworkers that are going to know about your bad habits.
I mean, one of them already does, and he's.
I know, that's what I mean.
Huh?
That's what I mean. A third of your, no, half of your coworkers now know that you do all this.
Yes.
Nice job with the neck movements. Well, thank you.
If Midprint didn't know, I don't know if she knows draft or not, but I don't draft now.
I don't think she knows him. I think she kind of started in the convention scenes after he kind of stopped.
Hmm. Also, I started in the convention scene, but
What are you?
brutally aware of him.
Brutally aware?
Actually, no, I saw him first Cider Fest. I went to.
There's pure unfiltered malice in those eyes. Yes, very angry. So here, again, since I'm going to be having these guys turn, for one, their eyes, because I had it blend there, about the midpoint of their movement, I want to lock their eyes to that position. Then they kind of jump like that, and then I will inject in here the blink. It's too long of a blink. That's better. And there was somebody that made mention in it's the same thing here on YouTube about like, why do the SFM animators always have multi-frame eyes closed when a real blink would only be a frame? Because SFM doesn't handle that. Flexes need time to actually hit their point, and like you can even see here when I move this for like if I jump right to here, oops, or like even right at the beginning of this frame. Wait, do I have any of that here? I can just force it. So let's close their eyes. Okay, so with their eyes closed, if I go out of the shot, the frame that I start this in, their eyes are open, but I had them closed. If I kind of jump back and forth here at this frame, they will be closed, but the engine needs time to process it. The more passes that you do, so right now I'm at 64 passes. If I increase it to more passes, it will help alleviate it, but it will still cause the eyes to have difficulty closing. This might be the beginning of a shot, but if you still have a shot as well where you are blinking, they still need time once activated to a close to actually fully close. And if the engine is, depending on how the engine is time, it's not going to be able to do that in one frame. You want at least 2, maybe 3 to be sure. One of the things that bugs me the most is with this is, let me go in remembrance. There's a shot in there that I missed that, and it pisses me off. Do I have post? Pre-final work. Oh, perfect. That's exactly where I want. Right here. So, her eyes are... Alright, see you later, freak. This is really stupid about opening. So instead, we'll force it into a program that will open. So I had this issue in this video too, and if you watch really, really closely when playing it, you can notice this. So this is what the eyes are supposed to look like, closed. But the very first frame is actually them partially open. And that is because I didn't do, there's a fix I can kind of do to make it work, and I forgot to fix it. So stuff like that happens. So that is why blinks are not a single frame in SFM. I could make a single frame of them closed, but it would be annoying to have to do. Like, for instance, to make this work, I have to grab a shot like this, grab it back a bit, and then re-render the shot so that it gives it time to do it here. And then when it gets to that point in the shot, it's fine. That's how I normally will fix those things. And the eye closed can be done the same way. I just render it out like normal, and then I render it fully with the eyes closed, and then I replace the one frame the eyes are supposed to be closed with the eyes closed. That would work. But it's annoying, and it's easier just to say, screw it. Oh, they're really lazy. Too much work to keep their eyes, or to open them back up again. All right, so this, I normally do this too, is, so they go and look at each other, and anytime somebody changes like this, I usually just, okay, I think I have, yeah, this is on world. I'll usually just turn the head a little bit the inside of the turn. It just gives a little bit of a swing look. They don't really need a dip because it's a very small motion anyway. Give that guy a little dip too. That one's too much.
I am the happiest.
You're gonna go upstairs and be like, okay, this derpy is getting out of her pillow. You get on the floor, derpy.
First thing tomorrow, I'm going and getting a new pillow. Open Target has them.
You're gonna be at the front door, like, as they open.
Because I am getting a pillow, please.
Mall meets tomorrow.
Not for me.
You're not gonna go? I'm considering going.
Go right ahead.
I'm not going to the mall. Instead, I'm going to the mall.
Gatherings like that are...
Delayed blink helps emphasize an emotional expression. Yeah, if you're doing the emotion, but I have done single frame ones before, but my idea of a single frame is like this. Like this kind of a blink is impossible because there is, like, even running by it, I can sometimes have difficulty getting to do it. This is the bare minimum I'll do. This is the preferred. But like in this case, I'm doing, I think, 4. But it also depends. In this, when they're doing a head turn, I want to have it be that their eyes are fully closed all the way through the turn. And so that is the case. Okay, so when he moves here, that's fine. This, I'm going to have him come... So from this point, he needs to come from the right side. I keep missing the first 2 hours of your stream when I have notifications on. I've had it where, thanks for the follow-up question, photographer. While you almost like completely filled my little thing below. I've had people say before that for some reason the notifications are slow on going out to some people. I don't know if that's also a affiliate compared to partner thing. I don't know. There we go. That looks fine. I've been doing lately. I have been doing pretty well. He is doing very well right now. Mm-hmm. But everything's actually been going really, really good. Been working from home, focusing on YouTube and stuff a lot more lately. Lost a lot of weight.
Oh, it's like 20. as much as you. Why I lost 20 pounds, and this guy over here is like, I lost so much more.
I lost 44.
I'm still losing some weight though.
Because we kind of, my diet change led to your diet change.
I got rid of. I stopped eating out. I stopped eating breakfast cereals because they're all sugar or carbs.
You can get good cereals, but they're still pure carbs.
Yeah, it's still pure carbs.
And then it's kind of.
So I've pretty much because of him, and it's just a good idea. The only carbs I eat are like whole grain, like wheat or brown rice.
Only because I'm doing it.
No, I was doing it here. And then there was like
but pizzas and stuff too. Swapping out that, it's all the little things as well.
Yeah. So diet changes quite a bit, and I did work out for a while, but I've liked off.
I like the just marshmallows too. Well, I'm not going to say that sugar isn't delicious,
It is.
but no. Plus, that sounds horrible. It's great to have a battle buddy for motivation. You can't swap out pizza. Well, no, we still had pizza just now instead of doing like the pre-frozen pizzas where it's a lot of the preservatives and everything. It's you can buy wheat crusts, and then he made a whole bunch of sauce, and so like that's what I did today. Was I just grabbed one of the crusts, tossed on some of the sauce we have in the fridge, and then just made a pizza from scratch. It took the time it took to preheat the oven to have it ready, and then it's good fresh ingredients, so that's way better for you.
Making the crust from scratch can be wild, but we've been getting the
Yes, actually, Nitromancer, I have done a tutorial that is exactly what you're looking for, actually. I wonder if I can just do Argo Daemon motion editor. Right here, using the motion editor. It's a long one, I thought. Yeah, this is almost 25 minutes long. There you go. Yeah, I did a tutorial on it because I know that is a confusing topic for many people. The graph editor is visually confusing. The motion editor looks easier, but at the same time, there's a lot of things about it, the nuances of it, that are hard to grasp. Interesting tidbits. The tutorials that say like the tutorial week, and I think I was number 2 of 7. The reason I did a week of tutorials was because I got laid off the week before and I had nothing to do. So that was my way of trying to make up for it a little bit. But I think when I did those, that was back when you needed an MCN to monetize, so I really didn't make anything on them. The other thing I like doing is when people shift their heads like this, and I like to do a lot of this motion where I do the standard motion here and the quick out, quick fade out. That's like standard. I like to open the mouth just a teeny bit. Hello, Jackals. Back in the chat and ready to see my favorite pony animator. Well, thank you very much. Because considering like DHX exists and stuff, that's a pretty big compliment. I'm pretty sure you'd be a fan animator, but thank you very much. Which SFM version do you have? Mine is beta SFM version. Everything is beta. It's never exited beta. It probably never will. Now with Source 2 and stuff.
Yeah, it'd be weird for them to like, you know, Source 1 sort and out. But this program seems pretty adequate, other than
China. Move.
gotten pretty good about work.
I love troubleshooting, so if anything, it's kind of nice for that.
Move.
The timing would not work. Yeah. I don't like how long I'm in this shot, but I'll deal with it. Yes, it's moo.
Move.
I mean, that would be the biggest thing for Source 2 to do, I think, is just to make Source 1 easily transferable over to Source 2.
They're working on it. They have a tool internally. It's just not one public for everybody yet.
They're probably working out the kinks. Make sure that it works for everything.
Because if you have the tools internal and you have an issue, you can still work around it because you have the developers there. But if you're doing a tool for everybody to use and they run into issues using it, they may be less likely to use it. And because that is an engine they can sell and contract out for use, they want to make sure it works.
They tried to contract this one out. I remember early on after Source out.
Well, Source has been used in tons of games.
I mean, actually a movie that was.
Oh.
How it was called Ash.
We are a
I don't
cow.
think they got very far.
Take us to China.
They ran into problems immediately. Probably its limitation.
Well, no, you can use other outside softwares. You can do vertex animation in SFM. You just have to do the animation outside program and then import the animation in, which you have tons of control in. It's just an awkward workaround then. But it works. They did that for expiration date. There's a part where the some fabric drops and falls in to fill in the fake canyon, and that was done on an outside software. Velvet released full version of some of the ability to switch between S1 and S2. Yeah, right now the only reason I'm not using Source 2, which I can use it right now, I've played around with it, I love it, but any model that I port in there, the flexes don't work. And that is a problem because it means I can bring the model in, but they can't do anything with their face. They would just kind of like walk around and blank stare and not breathing. So I don't want to do that. But I do want to eventually jump over there when those stuff works. But without a tool to move things easy, it is a hassle. I ported Rathalos over because I already had the raw files, just because I was the one that kind of put those together. So I ported Rathalos, but I had none of his facial animations. So. But I got to play with the lighting, which is really cool. Need to hop off. Have a great night and happy animating. Thank you. Thanks for the poke. Yes. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
There you go.
Have a nice day. Au revoir.
Stupid face. Guards' ears could flatten or turn a bit to express disbelief and slight anger. Yeah, ears I don't touch until, like, when this is 2 phases down.
Oh no. It's not. Enjoy. I feel like you two could be very easily separated.
He's fine. He's fine. It's a skin tag of an entire pony.
Tag of the skin tag. I mean, it would make them really good guards. They could just, like Hulk, you cannot are in Penner thing. Gross as it is.
So he's like, oh.
Fine.
See, you can't sneak up on him.
Oh.
He can see everything. Cards. I used to be an adventurer like you until he took an arrow to the hoof. Can't you double spaces? Like, this guy looks like his face is being pulled by like vacuum cleaners by Kirby. I'll undo them. Boop. Boop. Is that all I did to them? Oh no, I did the turn thing. There we go. I haven't done a changeling in a while. I have the second stupid face. Oh, when you put those leaf blowers in your face. Exactly like that. Yeah, kinda. I think those are a little big.
Tattoos. I feel like that's not expensive enough.
Hmm?
Face things.
Oh no, it would take like 2 or 3 streams to build up enough for one now. And it's not that it's too much per person, it's just that if somebody comes in with a ton of points, they would just melt me. And I would doing the same jokes over, or trying to make a funny face in the same models over and over and over again is hard. So eventually it would become stale. So that's why I did that.
Big old bunny.
What I'm thinking about is like with Giz, when you gave him his, he just never let it go, and that's why like now I feel it's gonna be the same way with you, is you're just going to not want to let that go.
I think Disney. That's when. But you can't, because he didn't get it for himself, and that's the whole magic of not having other people buy your body pillows, is that it's like you can always just be like, well, you see, I know it's weird and it's in my bed and I hug it every night, but to be fair, I didn't buy it. So it's not on me. That is the magic. So that's the trick, everybody on stream. If you want a body pillow, but you're too embarrassed to buy it yourself, just find a friend who also wants a body pillow and just buy each other body pillows. That way you always have the excuse to say, oh, I didn't buy it, it was a gift. And I mean, it would have been rude not to put it in my bed. Words of wisdom.
Ourselves.
There.
We will disguise ourselves as a cow.
Weird when they have normal eyes.
I know, it is really weird.
Like, it's cute on Arizona.
We will disguise ourselves as a cow.
It's so weird. I don't like it.
I don't. It looks like he got Looney Tunes.
Either that or we're just so used to looking at it the other way. Thanks for the follow, Fox.
We will disguise ourselves as a cow.
He does kind of look like he's so happy. Like, look at him.
He's happy. What are you gonna do to his face? I'm gonna do stuff to his face.
We will disguise ourselves as a cow.
He's like trembling.
He's happy.
He's too happy.
Ow.
That's what coffee does to you. Coffee. This is your changeling on drugs. Caffeine.
Okay, I need to undo that before that's permanent. There we go. He's normal. Well, wait. He's not normal.
He's not quite normal.
He's Mickey Mouse. There, he's normal again. Wow. So let's just friends talking. Those eyes look gorgeous. It's just weird. Sometimes it's just things can look if they're not normal for what you're used to, it looks weird. Giggles. Good. Good. He wants giggles.
That noting to myself that you
In States, yes.
Move.
I think USPS is built for individual packages from the people, but UPS I think is more for big companies that have big contracts so they can ship out lots and lots of stuff. So you get big discounts on it.
I mean,
Make any side-twide vibes from the changeling? A little bit, I guess. Extra big smile. I don't think he's meowing. Sure. Maybe they're supposed to be mice. Yeah. Actually, I should have held off on timing them different until it's ready. Just keep opening it.
not super fluffy yet, but
autosave. There we go. That'll work for him. I'm really going lazy on this one for their promotions.
you have to move it's
Well, that one's, they're not animated yet. That one's gonna be tough to do. Okay, just like before. Oops, that is not the one I wanted on that. I wanted in. And then out. And then let's do both of them blinking here.
I have to ask, when I said yesterday I might not be back till turn.
No. No, but because if you did pop up late, then I would just record it my own. Since you were back earlier, I just put it there so I had it out of line of sight until we're ready. And then we could just do it on stream because then it's just easier. And then your friends got you a sin.
Amazing.
Mm-hmm.
When you think about it, all the great.
There's 7 of them and they're deadly.
One.
But they're also gluttony. Gluttony. That sounds delicious.
It is delicious. You ever just like go to a Golden Corral and just eat until you hurt?
No, because I wouldn't go to a Golden Corral.
Do they even have those up here?
No, they don't.
Oh.
Because we respect ourselves.
Not in Kentucky. Until you're about to pass out and you're just filled with like steak and shrimp.
Cheap steak and shrimp.
Yeah, but it's $20 all you can eat. Illegal.
Maybe it is. Have you checked?
It might be in. Probably for the best.
Oof, too much. That's good. Alright, now the other side. So the good way to do this is I just select the one frame after this, because then I can actually see the eyes. So I can see here, or see for this guy, I need to go down. There's a ground like Maple Grove. Oh, there is!
So now
No. Well, they're probably open. Most restaurants are open now. Yeah. They just have a lot of rules in place about where to sit, but they usually tell you where to sit, and then they control it all.
a buffet seems like the worst idea.
What, where people sneeze and touch food?
Yeah, where everybody's like grabbing out of the same bowl.
Okay, I think... So I want to make them angrier.
Moo.
None of the angry is like.
Why don't you boop the other side?
Boop the other side. It's like self-booping is wrong.
Figure out just some kind of motion I have him do in here so it's not just stationary. Actually, I'm gonna have him do this, but I'm gonna have it drift off. Oh, no. Well, maybe. I think that'll work, except for then, like here to here to, oh, from like here to here. Keep it up a little bit. No. Nah. Like one really confused and the other mad. Hardcore mad. Well, these guys I don't care too much about putting the details into them. Oh, I thought had his mouth open there. Apparently not.
One thing is the Golden Corral up here. They're owned by the same people who own the Frisch's Big. And I know they're not a fun thing.
Like, do you have a Carl's Jr. Kentucky?
No, there's.
Oh, okay, so you do have Hardee's there. We have Hardee's here. We don't have Carl's Jr., but they're like the same thing.
Yeah. Like I know that once you get past a certain point, Checkers and Rallies, it's the same thing.
I've seen Checkers.
Yeah. Get down.
But I've never been to one.
The exact same restaurant.
Why no nose wrinkle?
Frisch's, I don't like it, but they are pretty. Like that Austin Powers reference where your boy from Frisch, like his rocket, giant statue.
Yeah, I thought it was just a reference to a restaurant that never existed.
No, it's a real.
It sounds like somebody Kentucky's like, who's a big boy? And he's like, me, I'm gonna make a big restaurant.
I mean, Big Boys is the reason I like tartar sauce on hamburger.
Tartar sauce is just like relish and mayo.
Yeah.
That's not bad to put. You can put that in. I used to put it on this stuff at McDonald's all the time.
Yeah, but that was like the unique thing for burgers. Is Big Boys was the only one who did the tartar. I don't like Big Boys. I'm not gonna lie. It's like a lot of food you can make. Like use.
Or Checkers and Rallies. I've never been to Checkers, but there was one on my that I know of, and it always looked interesting because it was different. I never, but I'd never actually tried it. But sometimes I thought that Whataburger is good, but it's only because I don't have a Whataburger around here. It took me going down to Texas and then walking 1.5 miles because I didn't have a car to get to try one. So there was something else to it, and I enjoyed it for that. But other people would be like, no, they're cheap and they're whatever, and I'm like, I don't know, good.
Good would be In-N-Out, just because they stuck.
They are good.
They stuck to the original, like fast food. Just do things. They're already made when you go. Get them, you go.
The only thing I don't like about them is that I feel that their food is pretty dry compared to some places. Like if I had to choose between them, like Five Guys, I will always choose Five Guys.
Well, Five Guys is like borderline diner.
It's so good though. It's so greasy.
Yeah. Like Rallies is just super greasy. Rallies or Checkers, just grease. Not a huge fan of them. They're the kind of burgers you get in the wrapper, and the wrapper is just soaked.
Well, yeah, that's like Five Guys is one of those that you order fries and they fill a cup, put it in there, and then they dump even more in there. By the time you get it, the bag is so soaked with grease that it barely holds itself together, and it's delicious. Okay, so I just added some random motions here, and then I want to see if smooth that out a couple times and if it'll work. I think so.
Actually, I think the best burgers I've had probably Culver's, and maybe that's because I didn't have.
They do it pretty good. Well, that's part of it, I bet.
And I moved with the fact they fry their buns in butter. It's pretty much the kind of food I should never eat again, but you have the metabolism of the guy. You can eat that stuff on a basis. Otherwise, you should probably avoid it.
Well, if you're gonna eat the burgers on a regular basis,
yeah. And
but if you get there, yeah, you can't just buy a sandwich though. Then you have to get cheese curds and their ice cream.
Cheese curds aren't.
I know, but you dip it in the ice cream. No, their cheese curds aren't very good.
No.
They're
Cheese curds as well.
if you really want cheese curds, they're okay, but. You know what you can do? Don't eat fast food. It's bad for you.
I already said it. I'm not eating it anymore.
Well, you're saying it's delicious.
It is delicious. I'm not gonna lie. Fast food gets a bad rap for being cheap food. Good food.
Well, it doesn't have good flavor. It just tastes. It's just salt and carbs. If salt and carbs has a, I mean, salt is a taste, but carbs is not a taste. But when it comes to fast food, it is a taste. I hate White Castle. No one has ever disproved my theory the meat, cheese, and onions are made with petrol. I kind of like I kind of like White Castle, but it's just because I enjoyed it when I was younger, and it is the only food that's name of slider fits, because you can just like push the whole thing down.
I wish you can eat 10 burgers and not feel like you're the worst person on the planet.
We used to do we would get what do you call it, the crave case before like a pay-per-view for wrestling, because my friend's family would always get the pay-per-views, and so we'd always pick up a big old crave case, and then we'd just have the crave case while watching wrestling. So it just became a nostalgic thing to me. And sometimes you can have something that tastes like crap or isn't very good, but if you attach it with something positive, it becomes a positive experience.
And it's the only fast food burger you can buy in the frozen grocery store. Microwave, perfectly fine. I mean, I ate a lot of White Castle for that reason when I was by myself, just because of the frozen food section. Get them, eat that for supper, like whenever you feel like it. You can do that with any other fast food. Somewhere.
You could freeze other ones. Just White Castle has this strange and strangely high number of preservatives. No matter what you do to it, it still tastes the same later. Like you left it on the counter for like, oh, it's been like a week. It still tastes fresh.
I mean, I like White Castle. But they never were nice to my digestive system, and you did not want to be around me for the next day. It would just, I'd blow up any room I was in, but they're tasty.
Eat 2 dozen White Castles at a time. Ugh. I when I was younger, probably could. Now, no.
I mean, you would not be a healthy and
Yeah, because... Yeah.
fun fact, White Castle's is the oldest chain restaurant that's still... It started out as dining. Which their model after McDonald's kind of made.
McDonald's just hit a lot of the right buttons.
Topping them. But White Castle's with them after the...
So for this, the bodies aren't moving, so I didn't want to animate them moving. So instead, I'm moving the camera. And by moving the camera, or like making a kind of shifted move, I'm moving those pixels. So now it doesn't stand out so much that they are not moving because the camera's moving. So that is my cheat on if I don't want to actually animate something, I will just throw the camera in circles.
I mean, you gotta have at least 4 White Cat. You can't just eat. It's minimum 4. Otherwise, you're not gonna have enough.
I'm sure if we all ate White Castle and had more than 3 burgers, we would all die of a heart attack.
Oh, that was not the same.
Yeah, wait.
Burgers.
Yeah, they're 1 bite per burger.
I would often just.
Mm-hmm. That sounds, yeah, like. She's like, what you talking about? Eating meat?
No.
Eating beef? It'd be like, is it murder time?
She's like, she's gonna get revenge about all this burger talk.
Oh. I'm through the wall. There, just the nose. Stupid face.
More. Not a face. You need to just like pour in some like Mr. Potato Head pieces and. Funny face, squish it. I don't know if they do or don't. Because, like, I worked at McDonald's for a while, and I didn't think the fries were really sweet at all. Salty is.
Thanks for the follow, Witterus. Guessing on that one. Okay.
I do like the bacon. If I eat any potato chip, not a huge fan of potato chips, but if I do eat any potato, it's a baked one. I find the like standard potato. Okay with like baked chips or if I dip. Tom was always a changeling.
There.
Counts, right?
I'm Tom.
Tom
Oh,
has a
wait.
funny face.
There we go.
Cool.
Wait, this gotta be.
Rock.
It's Dwayne the Rock Johnson. Tomling. Here comes Tom. Oops.
Like, I was gonna change and be like, hello.
He dance.
At least I just shoot now. Oh. Don't look at me. Oh. He's not.
Ouchie.
Would you come in right now and just be like, what you doing? We're making a video about cows. This is what it looks like.
It's like, what you doing? Oh, it's about cows. It looks more like you're trying to animate a roller chair.
It does.
Spiderling, Spiderling. Okay, I need to fix him. Go back to normal.
He's beautiful. We can fix this.
Okay. There we go. All right. He's become Crystal's. I'm changing sneeze while in the process of changing.
He's not a cat. All those are there's no spiders in Satisfactory. It's just the heads of cats. And it took me forever to realize that. You guys kept talking about spiders, and I was what spiders? There's no spiders.
It's just kitty cats.
It's just kitty cats. I was seriously looking for those spiders forever.
All right, so I think I still need a little bit of cleanup on. Well, nah, I'm actually gonna count that at least for its initial stage done. I really don't care about putting too much detail into them, which means that in terms of main animating, it's this shot, which is going to take a little bit to do the little dance. But Derpy's already done, so they're just going to take a little bit. The walk up is going to be a little tough because I'm unsure how that leg's going to work, and then I still have
That
to
was
do
it exactly.
mainly just lip syncing. My goal for this weekend is to get. I want to try to get most of these cleanup done and the lip syncing for Pinky done. If I can get that done, then I should have no problem getting it done for Friday. So yes. So that is going to be it for stream though, because we are already past time. I'm like triple saving on this because I'm not sure. So, oh, you're Michael. You're.
Still my derps. I'm back. Yay.
I hope everybody has a good weekend planned. It's stop booping step.
Oh, I got a whoops this horse.
I gotta censor that.
Censor the whoops.
No, it's too young of an audience. It's a federal crime, Michael. So what's your revenge going to be?
I don't know, John, I think, not here. And I mean, Giz might need that scooter. One.
I thought he already has one now,
He
though.
doesn't have a scooter because he feels shamed. I don't think that matters anymore. Oh, yeah. You say that now.
Who's too young?
Blue. Body for little.
Well, how many seasons have went by?
She's plenty old.
Because
now.
if she started at 10 and there's been at least 8 years.
This is like the logic for the Olsen twins.
That's getting weird.
Of course, they're in like their 30s now, so who cares?
Okay.
What? They are.
Yeah, it is weird because I think one already got married and had a divorce, and
I think we're getting old. A lot of these people are like, "Who's the Olsen twins?" Old people.
yeah, they were my age, I think. No,
They were a little younger, so I think they were like 5 or. They'd be like early 30s.
don't do that to me.
Oh.
When I was at work today, one of the ladies, she's like, I've been here for probably longer than most of you have been alive. And then someone went, ha. She goes, yep, I started back here in 1984. And she was right in front of me. I'm like, that's the year I was born. She goes, you shut up. She threw the F-bomb at me, even though it's a work event with like 40 people.
She's in her right. She's old. She can all the F-bomb. Right, is old.
She's not that old. She's close to retirement, but 60s is not old.
Telling yourself that. So when you hit 60.
Yeah, but when we were in the because when I was in the teens, I mean, like there was a joke with
the male people. We don't even make it that old.
There was a joke when my dad, when he had a thing where he would always tell people he was 29, and one of my niece, when she was pretty young, asked my dad once. She goes, "How old are you?" And he's like early 60s at that point, and he goes, "I'm 29," and she goes, "Wow, that's old." And he goes, "Wow, that backfired. I'm over twice that age."
When you're a kid, it's just old.
Well, everybody is older until you get to that age, and then
they're just normal.
Yeah, the older people keep getting older, and then the young whippersnappers.
Them darn kids doing their nonsense, and they're listening to their nonsense music.
I know, until we get like until they get to our age, and then that's the norm now. Like the music I listened to back when it was like, you can't listen to that. That's corn, and now it's like that's the normal thing, and they have like in-game concerts for that band. It's just so weird.
I'm just waiting until when like stuff I listened to when I was younger, like stuff that I was in high school and college, is like, now we're listening to the Golden Oldies, and they turn on Green Day or something. I'm just gonna be like, no. And I kind of feel like that's already the case.
No, what is it? Goo Goo Dolls will pop up in the oldie station every now and then.
No.
I know.
Horrible.
I've been 29 for 4 years. No, that was actually the joke we would make, is how many years past 29 are you? But the problem is now he's over 29 past 29, so it makes that a little difficult. When I was 21, my niece would start a question with, in your day. Kids say the funniest things. We had it, my nephew, he's really smart, and he had, this was back when he couldn't even speak yet, but he was learning letters, and there was one of them where I can't remember the exact letter, but they had a D, like a lowercase d, and they're like, and they were trying to tell him, like, is this D? And he's like, no. And he was very adamant on it, and so he grabbed it and he turned it over and said P.
There you go.
And I'm like, well, I guess technically he's not wrong, but
he did it. Prove you wrong.
I had it when I was younger. I was told I had a learning disability, and they would do a test, and they would have you answer these questions, and they would say, depending on your answer, would determine if you had a learning disability. And so one of the questions that I was asked was, what do you do when you're cold? What is the answer?
Set everything on fire.
Yes, as an 8-year-old, that would definitely get you in a public school. No, the correct answer is get a coat. But I answered, brr. That was wrong.
Not wrong.
No, it's not. But that's not the correct answer. So I had a learning disability. He goes, my dad's like, the fuck you talking about? He just took it literally. And that was great because that just meant that I was a smart ass and I just kept going with it.
Smart ass.
It didn't make any sense. Because it's a legitimate answer to the question, but to me it meant I was a smart ass, and my dad was a smart ass, is a smart ass. So
I feel like when they've given you that test, they've already made their decision and they're just trying to prove it. But that's just my.
Tell a kid to make a call with a rotary phone. But you can say that that's funny now, but you could say the same thing about any generation to the previous generation's technologies. It's become more and more of a thing because technology has accelerated faster and faster and faster. But you can do that to any generation.
I'm just imagining like somebody from like the 1700s being like, "Here's some cream from a cow. Turn it to butter." I can't do it.
There was a time where they were saying that paper was when they were moving from like chiseling in stone and stuff to paper, and there was a big push against it because they're like, we can't. Why would we want to switch to paper? Like, that cannot last forever. We need to keep chiseling into stone and whatever. And then, like, it's like anytime there's a change in anything, no matter what the change is, somebody is going to push against it because it is against their norm. And the older the person is, the more ingrained they are in what they know because they've spent the most amount of time ingrained in that.
Yeah.
But they spent time growing to take on new technologies too. So it's a full circle where you're always going to have the older crowd that fights the younger crowd because they don't want change, and the younger crowd wants to make the change, but then they get older and then they're stubborn about what they have. So that's why when they say now that like we need to put younger people in charge of the country because these older people don't know what they're doing, like, yeah, but once those younger people become the older people, they're going to do the same stupid things.
Yeah, I think it's just a series of stubbornness for each generation, not one.
Yeah, but it's not the generation, it's the age.
No, yeah, I mean, each like, that generation doesn't want to change. That's just how we've always done things. The younger generations, they're going to make the change, but then they're going to want to keep it there. Then they're going to be the next stubborn generation, which the next generation, because...
Sadness.
Unless I'm all body.
I has a learning disability. Well, I'm sorry. That was actually one of the things I liked about the learning 1, 2, 3. I think that's the episode. That's one of my favorite episodes, at least for MLP, where it was about not learning disabilities, but that everybody has a different way to learn, and sometimes it is misclassified as a disability. And in there, where Rainbow Dash wasn't able to learn a specific way, and it wasn't that she was unable to learn or had a problem, it was just that she was different, and it was trying to work to the strengths of somebody instead of trying to push them to meet a norm, which then you're going to be holding people back for legitimately no reason.
I just love the comic I read all about that episode where Rainbow just learns things by seeing them on the ground, like passively. I like why she's flying by holding up like trigonometry and teaching her trigonometry just passively. She's like, stop teaching me things without me knowing. It was wonderful. Oh, of course.
Cursive is cool and all, but it's not really that useful anymore. I think cursive is neat, but I don't think it's really needed anymore. Well, and it is even like the need we have right now where a lot of people use shorthand or spell things wrong, and I'm always big on, I don't care if something is spelt wrong or use the wrong your or any of that. The big thing is can you get your idea across? Nitpicking that stuff. Language is meant to convey information, and as long as you're doing that, who cares? And so that's why as long as it's easy to interpret, cursive to me just makes things hard. My boss has a handwriting that is so scribbled I can't read it. Like, he'll write notes on this piece of paper, and I was there watching him write it, and I still don't know what he wrote. And so I like, just put the big capital letters, just put a crayon to the paper, and just put big A and B.
I mean, I would be kind of saddened if not being able to. And maybe that's just because I've been reading it my whole life. Maybe my grandmother, she only writes in cursive, and if I couldn't read, that would depress me more. But that's my grandmother. She's old. Of course, she writes in cursive. She was really big on it. Like her generation, handwriting was. That's how you presented yourself. Because now everything's typing. And if you have to teach typing or cursive, you should teach typing because that's but
Yeah.
like, not being able to read yourself, I would be devastated. Just letters from my grandmother. But
Well, and I think you should be able to still understand cursive. I don't know.
I mean that still takes that takes time. Because I mean some of the lettering in cursive can compared to
Yeah. I keep nitpicking on myself. Everyone can do mistakes in their spelling and so on, but I really try to do everything correct. Well, no, if you want to try to be correct yourself, but it's the grammar Nazi people, the people that when somebody else spells something wrong needs to point it out. I never understood that, especially with and now with the days of autocorrect and stuff. As long as I can understand what you're saying, I don't care. I don't like it when people really get just aggressive towards people because they didn't put an E on their your or something. That just doesn't. I don't like that. Just we have enough to deal with in our lives. I think we can let spelling slide. But you go have fun with that. So, but yeah, I'm gonna don't go to Reddit. Yeah, I know. The places like that are bad. I don't really go to Reddit. I made a Reddit account, and then I forgot the login, or somebody hijacked the name, and I don't remember. I don't know. I don't have anything under my name. I have a Rathalos Says account because I was going to use it for advertising on the Reddit, but most of the Reddits require that any post about yourself is complemented with multiple other posts to try to. So I don't want to do that. I just want to share things, and so I just haven't run across doing it. The time I complain about someone's spelling is when they find out they're incorrect and then do it again like a minute later. Well, even then, again, if they're conveying the information correctly, whatever. That's the important part. Is if they can, if you can understand what they're writing. If they're writing it so bad that you can't understand it, well, then there's a concern. But purpose of language is still met, and that's all that matters. His head chat saying, "Look at Mike." I don't want to look at Mike.
beautiful.
But anyway, but I'm gonna edit there because I want to see if I'm gonna play a little games or something. I haven't actually been able to do that for a couple days because I've been finishing streams and stuff. So, well, no, we played.
We played the vintage.
Yeah, so it wasn't really what I was looking to do. I do a lot of writing, and when someone repeatedly misspells the same word despite having given the correct spelling, it bothers me. Yeah, no, I can understand. But no, I'm gonna head out. Have a good weekend. Those things, and all that, and yeah, I'll see you guys Tuesday. Tuesday maybe. I still have to figure out a day that I want to start doing gaming stuff. It's probably gonna be Wednesdays or maybe a weekend day. We'll see. This video is not meant for mortal eyes. Yes. Have a good one, Alice. Have a good
Bye.
one. Lullaby, Beta, Alco. Have a good one. Bye-bye. And everybody's lurking. Wednesday game streams. I don't want to do weekends jump around so much, and I wanted something that's consistent. Wednesdays I can do consistent, so why? Don't spill that, Michael. Well, actually, if you spill it on the chili side, at least, you know, like you just have a big old like stain right across the face. It would be more authentic.
Yes.
So, all right, have a good one. Here comes Kitty.
Oh, we got a fade in?
Yeah.
It's so weird.
I wanted Kitty to be extra weird, so I had to go really slow. So, all right, we'll see you guys later. Meow.